What is a ray of light without the shadow it creates? What is the darkness without desire for flame? What is a warrior without a worthy foe? What would you like to do? It's time to roll. When the lines between good and evil are blurred, no one knows if there is Dune or Paler came first. An ancient struggle throughout all time to push against the elder keeps both upright. Is the coming chaos worth the peace? Is it all just a puzzle to complete? A one-sided coin can't exist, isn't real, and thus goes the tales of Ethyl. Thus goes the tales of Ethyl.
All right. Hello, everyone. Hello, hello. Welcome in for our episode 15 of Tales of Ethyl. I can't believe it's been that fucking long already. Josh with the... So we've already got 2 shots. Okay, cool, guys. That's great. Well, we'll get that started, but first off, I want to say thank you guys for coming to join us and hang out with us. It's going to be a very fun session. Thank you guys for coming to game with us. It's going to be a little bit different just because Zephyr over here is having some technical difficulties, but we fucking refuse to skip another week. We're going for it anyway, so... It's still going to be... you're going to hear him just fine. Everything's going to be going on as normal, so... Let's go ahead and start our episodes the same way that we always do, with some shots. I guess I'm doing 2 because we've already got 2 redeems, but here's the first one.
You would have 3, but you have a fucking cooldown on, bitch.
Dude. I'll do one for Zeffy.
Okay. Cheers to you guys. Love y'all. Chink.
Hey.
That's 1.
I have to do 1 in this glass because my mother is watching.
Y'all have
I can't be a savage.
And y'all are welcome to overload that shit, but I'm also going to be taking breaks in between because I have a fucking story I have to try and tell, so, you know, thanks, Dragon.
You end up being shit-faced.
Yo, Alec.
You guys are trying to make this hard.
I want to be shit-faced tonight.
It's okay.
Roll some natural ones then, you'll get completely shit-faced.
I always do. I always fucking drink on 20s and 1s.
Yeah, go check our TikToks. Go get proof of that. I just posted the ones with Nico rolling 1s and how that ended up.
Yeah, it was fucking great.
Yeah, they were fantastic. All right, gotta hydrate. I've got 2 more shots I gotta take in a toke. But I'm gonna do 1 more shot, and then I'm gonna get into this because I don't want to take too long at the beginning of all this. There's a lot of shit that could happen this episode, so I want to make sure we get as much as we possibly can into it. So here's
Is it sad that my mother approves of our drinking?
Because your mom's awesome, all right? Hi, Dyer's mom.
Hello, Mrs. Dyer.
Well, her name on Twitch is Akili.
Hi, Keely. All right.
Hello. Oh.
Okay. So, if you guys are ready, I'm going to introduce us into our D&D tale of a homebrew based on a video game based on a homebrew. Because it's all kinds of convoluted as we get into the Tales of Ethyl. Actually, I guess I should do the introductions first. I'm sorry, I'm all kinds of behind because you guys fucking with me over here. First, we're going to do introductions. In the bottom left, we have Silas.
Welcome to Tales of Ethyl, a homebrew based on a game, based on a homebrew, based on a Netflix movie, based on an anime, based on a manga, based on a Wattpad, based on a movie, based on a book series, based on a true story.
All of that is true. Right next to him.
Hell, I did that in one breath.
All next to him, we've got Kazim.
I was muted. I didn't read the original source material.
right next to him, we've got Dyer.
Hi guys, I'm your loyal bard cat. I don't know what the fuck these guys are talking about. I'm in a different world than they are, apparently. Also, hi mom.
Last but not least, we've got Nico.
We're gonna die. Half of us are already gone. The other half ain't looking so hot either. We're gonna die, and like Karma's gonna have to run like the next fucking session with like a brand new cast. It's going to go horrible. Like, mark my words, people.
At least you've got the healer.
Can I just say
Oh yeah,
the code word?
totally.
The code word is flatlining. Remember.
Yeah, the code word is.
All right, and I am
Fucking
your
God.
DM for the night, uppercase Karma, and I obviously have no idea what the fuck I'm doing. So let me try and go back into the introduction of our homebrew based on a video game based on a homebrew, as we start going back into our Tales of Ethyl. Where we last left off, our group had gone back to Peak Barrow because one of them was experiencing some kind of horrific, dangerous curse. But unfortunately, one of our characters decided that she was going to run off after some betrayal had happened. But for some reason, when we got back to Peak Barrow, there she was, Mystrix upon horse. Odd enough, Silas was quick to figure out that something seemed to be different, but couldn't quite place his finger on it just yet. After a little bit of time, quite literally, he just went to bed, woke up, and then Nico got an interesting dream of something happening to Mystrix and attacked our bard cat. But turned out there was good reason for it, because turns out that wasn't the true Mystrix. We don't know what happened to the true Mystrix until we started following through the forest, and after some small bits of guidance, they were able to find this weird town in the middle of the woods, surrounded by mist. The town seemed to be run down for years, if not decades. And the only thing that seemed to be untouched by time was a fountain in the middle with a beautiful white sphere on top of it. Within the fountain, we saw our bard unconscious at the bottom of this fountain. Immediately, with so many questions, they decided to bring out Tammy to perhaps answer some. But one of them decided to threaten him, and that didn't go great for him, and Tammy knew exactly what was going on, stating that she was in the middle of something called a Starlight Dream Orb, or a Paradise Orb, if you will, for some reason. Very interesting. He seems to know a lot about it. He also hints at the idea that the only way to escape it is to die within. Almost taunting, he agrees to help with retrieving Mystrix out, but in exchange for a deal. The scroll that these group has been venturing towards the cave to go find. No one knows what's in this scroll, but for some reason everyone around them is interested in it. He disappeared after some choice words with the rest of the group, and Silas decided that, fuck all that, I'm going in the orb. And upon entering into the orb, he noticed that he was in the same town, rebuilt. Beautiful. But waking up in a bed he doesn't recognize, and as he walks out, this man comes towards him and tells him that he fell off a horse, and he actually sees his friend Mystrix, but something came over him. He started to forget where he came from. All those adventures that he had before, the terrible things that have happened, for some reason, just seem to slip away as he realizes that this is now his home. Mystrix, seeing that the part of Silas that she knew seems to be slipping away, I'd like to ask you, Mystrix, what would you like to do?
If I don't mute myself like our lovely bird friend, I'm going to run up and hug him. And call out his name, just to be friendly.
Silas, go ahead and roll a wisdom saving throw for me.
Alrighty. 14?
So the name you recognize, you know that this is your friend Mystrix, but you don't understand why she's upset. She should be happy. You guys are in paradise.
I'm gonna hug her back gently, kind of, go down onto one knee to sort of match the height level.
I forgot. I'm 4 foot tall, guys. Woo!
And I'm 7 foot.
Yeah, drop that 3 feet. Come on.
Like 6.5, 7 foot ish. So yeah, I'm gonna get down onto one knee and hug her.
And I'm gonna hug him, and I'm gonna tell him, Silas, you didn't have to come into this realm for me. You know that, right?
Make a wisdom saving throw.
Who?
Silas.
Everybody?
No, just Silas.
Silas.
19.
You instantly start coming back to you and realize that something's been coming over you, but that one thought in the back of your mind seems to be drilling its way to the front, saying, save her, you have to save her.
Could not let you do this alone.
I'm not alone. Just because I'm separated from you guys doesn't mean that I'm alone. It's not like you all don't like me or something. It's not like you all murdered me or something.
You know what I mean, Mystrix.
Okay. And now you're stuck in here like I am. What purpose does that serve?
We both know that Nico's companion has made a deal to get someone out.
Yes, but do you know why I want you to leave me in here?
I have my assumptions.
On my way here, I was told that I am nothing more than an instrument. Why would I want to stay out there and be an instrument for something that could hurt the people that I love?
We have all hurt you, Mystrix, emotionally, physically, and yet you stayed for us.
Alright.
I damn
But if
near
it's
killed
not me,
you, and you stayed. If you're willing to do that for us, I'm willing to do that for you. Because no matter what happens, no matter what comes over you, no matter what you think, I know who you are.
and I know that you're willing to sacrifice these things for me. And I know that some part of them, referring to our two lovely companions who we cannot see and cannot see us, but I know that some part of them would also sacrifice a little bit of something, if not their entirety, for this. But I know what I've seen, and it honestly scares me. You know this. I've talked to you about this. I don't want to be what I saw in those dreams.
Perhaps it's a self-fulfilling prophecy. Isolating yourself because you don't want to hurt people is what gets them hurt.
But I'm not really isolating myself now, am I? It's not like you all can't come back for me after you get the scroll. It's not like I'm gone forever. I'm not like these people around us. I'm not decaying bones. I'm not disheveled houses in an empty lot.
I stand by what I said. I will not let you take this burden alone.
I'm not taking it alone. Silas, you have to understand, the glimpses that I've seen aren't just glimpses. These are memories. I feel them. I know they're real. I know what he did to my mother was real. And I know that he was taken over. And I know I'm strong. I know I'm mentally okay. And I know that I've been through a lot of shit with you guys or without you guys. But I know that eventually he will win. And if I'm out there and he wins, I'm one mental snap away from, instead of riding off, snapping somebody's neck over the smallest little inconvenience like a book. I don't want that. I don't.
Is that not exactly what I am?
What do you mean?
One wrong move, one bad word, and I have the ability to cut each and every one of you down without an effort or a thought.
You're stronger than I am, and you know
No.
this. Silas, you have more to live for, more to fight for.
You spent this entire journey thinking that you were a part of our story.
I am.
What if we're a part of yours?
You are. But you see, everybody's book starts and ends in different places.
I would like Silas to make a perception check.
"13."
Okay. While this is happening with you guys and you're having this conversation, Nico and Kazim, what's going on? What y'all doing?
Oh,
As you're out in the middle of this forest with, no idea why, Kazim, you're mostly dead at this point. Nico, you're sitting at the base of the fountain, holding the unconscious body of Mystrix in your arms. You guys talking? Doing anything?
I just look at Kazim. What did you do? You were just supposed to talk to him.
Muted again. I had questions from. I had questions. He attacked me. It wasn't my fault.
He wouldn't do that though. You just wanted to talk. He wouldn't. He's not like that.
He hit me first. I don't know what to tell you. I didn't. Okay, I may have provoked him a little, but
A little.
just a little. I had questions.
You flew through the wall. You
Yeah,
dropped
'cause he-
unconscious.
He threw me through the wall. Come on. I had questions. He said some things that I think we both regret. Ow. First of all, I'm in a lot of pain. Can I?
Oh.
I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds on myself because I'm in pain.
So, in front of you, Nico, you see Kazim trying to explain his situation that happened with Tammy. And unfortunately, you see him start to kind of get up, and you see him kind of just immediately start going down, because Kazim, you realize you've got quite a broken leg right now, as you were trying to get up, because you were, thrown through a wall. But as you begin kind of standing up and realize that it hurt, you're starting to, like, casually just start healing yourself. And as you're hearing one of the bones of your shoulders that's been shattered just snap back into place, you just kind of look at Nico and go, ow. Anyway, and finishing up, you're healing yourself for however much you do heal.
I healed 9 hit points, so I'm at just above half health now.
Just one shoulder has popped back into place. The other one still it hurts quite a bit, but you're still fine.
Cool. Okay. Fuck, where are the other two?
Well, Mystrix is gone in the orb. Silas is gone in the orb. And there's just half did you, half did me, and a scroll we need to get in order to get both of them out.
We need to get a scroll to get them out? I thought we just needed to wait for them to kill each other, and then they popped out.
Are you really willing to bet on that?
Yes. Think of all the times Silas has killed us in the past. Well, knocked us unconscious, but he could do more.
Yeah, but who is going to kill him?
That's a good point. Crazy idea. Should we go in?
What?
All of us. You really want for all of us to go in
It'd be a lot easier for 2 people to kill 2 people.
and have the. Oh my god.
That's a bad plan, isn't it? The universe is telling me it's a bad plan. I feel like it's laughing at me.
Look, one of them. Sure,
Yeah,
they get
go
killed.
for it.
And they're
What if we-
sent back.
Okay,
Right?
better plan. What if we break the orb?
And risk losing both of them?
Both of you make a
Irreversibly?
perception check.
Oh, that's good. Perception?
Mm-hmm.
24.
All of a sudden, you immediately hear behind you a footstep, and he goes, "You're welcome to if you'd like to never see them again." And as you turn around, you're
Crossbow.
seeing that negative Nico standing there, kind of leaning against one of the walls on one of the far buildings, about 10 feet behind you guys.
Tommy.
See, I
Tammy.
told you.
Timmy.
Very
Kazim.
funny, Kazim.
Even
Now-
if.
When you say them, where's your... And you kind of see him look over on one side and go, "Oh, fuck's sake."
Uh-huh. Yeah.
I'm gonna say, Dyer, while you're inside this orb, you actually just hear behind you all of a sudden that familiar voice saying, "If you'd like to never see them again," and then look over and you see the weird negative version of Nico, but for some reason he's in a little bit of a different form as he kind of sits up a little bit, and in your eyes he's wearing some different clothes and seems to be more human, right? But you just hear him kind of look over at Silas, who's now in there, and you just hear that, "Oh fuck."
Haha. Nobody get hasty. Everybody's calm here. We don't want to incite a riot. Cool? And her ears are gonna kind of like twitch a little bit with anxiety.
You hear him just kind of, "A riot in here? I don't think so." And as he begins walking into the light, you're seeing all of a sudden what is normally that kind of white hair and the black skin starts all of a sudden becoming a little bit more pale and elven as he walks out from the shadows, and you're seeing this white hood draped over his head going into normal robes, as you're seeing a much more fleshy, high elf looking person coming forward. As soon as he steps out and he's fully visible, you're seeing these beautiful silken silver robes with this kind of purple inlay underneath it. It looks beautifully handmade as he looks over and goes, "Hello, Marithel." And you look over and see that old lady from the before just kind of walking up and goes, "Oh, the Dream King's back. Hello." And you start seeing a couple of other people around you go, "Dream King, the Dream King." As they all kind of start walking towards him.
Right. He's got some fancy slippers. Silas, did you know he was like this? She's gonna point at him and be like,
You're gonna see a mix of like concern and anger. And he's just gonna stand up. He's not gonna turn around, but he's just gonna stand.
Roll for wisdom. Wisdom save, please.
Nat 20.
You start feeling that odd kind of calming emotion start coming over you once again. But you're able to stay at least kind of angry, though it does subside just a little bit. And he goes, "Be as mad as you like, but I think you'll find it a little hard to incite any kind of violence in this place. It is called Paradise Orb for a reason. And obviously, Nico and Kazim, you're hearing all of this as he's saying this out loud as well.
Is he still looks
To you guys, he looks like negative Nico. He looks exactly the same as he did before.
You know what, Kazim?
Okay.
The chances are that they're both going to upset him and they're gonna fight like between the three of them is so high that we actually might just want to wait a little bit. Possibility is they both might get killed, just like you almost did.
That's what I'm saying. Like it'll take them like 5 minutes to kill each other.
you guys all of a sudden hear that. I can still hear you, and
I know you can.
I don't think it'll be
it's
nearly
just-
that simple. Though,
Tammy, we have no reason to believe that you couldn't have heard us.
That's
You're
fair.
standing 10 feet away from me.
Can you tell me what reason I have to lie right now?
What?
What reason do I have to lie by saying they can't do anything to me? There's no reason for them to worry about violence in there.
And would I
Okay.
want to do anything to you? I'm assuming you're talking to us when you say we can't hurt you, could hurt
The
you.
worst game of telephone.
You
She
seem
would like lay her ears back and be like, "Ah!"
I figured it would be this frustrating.
Tammy, they can hear you, right? Can you
Correct.
pass along a message for us?
You seem kind of look over at you, Nico, with that kind of, is this motherfucker serious?
Please just play along for now. Like I'm tired.
Very
I'm
well.
over this.
Very well. What would you like to tell?
Tell Silas to... Fuck, I didn't think I'd get this far.
Your friend
Oh my God,
Silas.
Kazim.
Silas, your friend didn't think this through.
He's the one that touched the orb. Why are you yelling at me?
I was letting Silas know what you said.
He's being very literal, Kazim.
True. I didn't think this through, but I also didn't run up and touch the orb.
He said he also didn't run up and touch the orb in a very kind of sarcastic kind of way.
I'd do it again.
He says he'd do it again.
Of course he would.
Okay. Ask him if there's an orb on the other side.
Why are you asking him? Yes, there is an orb on the side.
What if they go touch the orb on that side? Would that
It
help?
doesn't do anything.
She says it doesn't do anything.
Oh.
Oh my God.
I've told you what your crew may need
Yeah.
to do, but I think they failed to see exactly how difficult it was, especially with one so boldly walking in with no idea what he was getting himself into. And Silas, you see him kind of smiling at you with his head cocked, but for you, again, it's that white hood seems over his eyes, and you're seeing that kind of very pearly white teeth, perfectly taking care of himself, just kind of smiling directly at you.
So, do we still call you Tammy?
Of course. You can.
Okay.
This is just as they knew me.
Okay. I have a question for you before you upset my friend.
Very well.
Can I talk to you?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Now, I have to ask Dyer, do you want to keep this on here? Or do you want to take it to Discord?
We will Discord it.
Okay. As this is
That way they can have their.
as this is happening, I will say, Kazim and Nico, you just see him just say, "Of course," and begin walking towards a building kind of further off and inside, and you see him pushing open the door and beckoning for someone to go in, not looking at either one of you. It's super weird to see.
Does he want us to follow him?
I don't think so, buddy.
She's gonna look back at Silas and be like, "It'll be just a minute. I just don't want you to kill each other."
I'm just gonna shout out towards him. Hey, Freakazoid! Should we follow you?
Oh
What
my
do you want?
God, Kazim.
What do you think, bird?
Whoa. Okay.
As he closes the fucking door as you say that.
I'm just gonna
Well,
start
that-
spamming him with
don't do it.
thaumaturgy, just distracting him.
Oh my God.
At the sound of the word bird, I'm not going to invoke it, but I'm gonna let the emotion go just enough to make the tattoos on my body glow a little bit.
Oh my god.
I'm not raging, but I'm on that edge.
Roll for wisdom.
Kazim, can we just
17
for
total.
one time?
You again feel that
please
kind
get
of
along?
weird calming emotion start coming over again, but again you're able to push it back as your hatred for this weird, now hooded figure is mocking your family. Nico and Kazim, you can continue.
I'm using thaumaturgy to whisper random bullshit in his ear.
Oh my god. I am
From-
just going to like stand up and try to like orderly place both Mystrix's body. Like this is gonna be a much easier one. Silas, I'm gonna fucking struggle with. He's a hunk of a fucking.
I can't help you with that. I am sorry. I cannot.
Bitch, I've got negative for strength.
So do I!
Help me.
Why did we
Negative and
leave?
negative makes positive. Come fucking over and help me.
True. Okay.
Why did we leave the weaklings with our bodies?
This is such a bad idea.
It was better to leave Nico and Kazim for anything.
Naya,
We're
I left
stupid.
them both because one of them is a kleptomaniac and the other one's walking around with the meal in their head. I don't really trust either of them right now.
Fair.
I called you a kleptomaniac.
Name one building you haven't gone into where you haven't thought about stealing something.
Thought about or actually
Thought about
something?
either one, because fucking, you know how many times I've had to answer the question, so how late are y'all open?
So, what time you guys close? This is a genuine question. This is... To answer your question,
Kazim,
all of them.
Please. Help me.
I'm helping. One last whisper in his ear. I just say the word freak.
Oh my god.
Mystrix, while you guys are talking, you just, in mid-sentence, he just kind of goes, and then... I'm gonna kill him. And you go back to your talk.
Oh god, please don't fuck this up, guys. Come on.
What do you mean?
I'm talking to a deity. Don't make him angry and me get the brunt of it.
Okay, I will say, at this point, we're gonna kind of skip ahead a little bit. Silas, you're gonna start seeing Mystrix and Tammy start walking out of the building in which they came in from. Both with kind of a, you know, same demeanor that they came in. Nothing that really seems all that different. Nico and Kazim, you guys don't notice anything as Tammy begins walking out.
Look, Kazim.
Mhm.
Even if one of them gets out, the other one is still stuck there. We'll still need that scroll.
What scroll?
You know, kicks me. I don't know. In full honesty, I don't know
We were.
what scroll is other than the one that what I believe Mystrix was talking about in the cave nearby.
Was it the scroll? It was the scroll that Taryn was looking into, right?
We think it was. Like,
Okay. It's probably a scroll of, like, some divine necromancy or something. It doesn't sound like it would be that helpful in this situation. I mean, we can go get it, but then we're leaving their bodies here to rot away while they're stuck in a orb, like a ball. I mean, it sounds like there's not really many good ideas here that, well, not good ideas, but like anything that we can do on this side that will help. And I doubt will be much help on the other side. You know what I'm saying?
oh yeah, I'm not touching that orb. Look,
I mean, I could try to.
All of a sudden,
I don't think I have.
all of a sudden, walking back, you hear Tammy just kind of look over at both of you and goes, "If you do, one of you will be leaving. I will be leaving here." As he just kind of walks by without much thought after. Mystrix, as he's walking back over to Silas, you do hear him say that to somebody.
But what?
Don't you worry about it.
Okay.
Tommy, can you get them out?
Concerned.
Is that something you're capable of doing?
Well, unfortunately, that seems to be the next topic in which I must speak to these two, because before one so callously decided to walk in without understanding the consequences of such, I am only so powerful. Normally, with just the one, it could have been easily I could get one of them out. Unfortunately, within my current state, one of you has to stay.
I will.
No, I'm not
Mystrix.
okay with. I'm not okay with that.
And I'm not okay with going. All
I don't
three of
care.
you, Nico, Kazim, all have a stake in that scroll.
Silas, I
Listen
need you to listen for just a second. I know you're used to being the leader and you're used to pulling the weight and you have so much on your shoulders right now, but I need you to listen to me, okay? I am small, but by God, I will fucking roar. Alright? Do you agree to listen for a moment?
Say your piece.
Through everything that I've been through, you have been the closest thing to a father figure that I've had. Okay? My entire stake with you guys is an adventure. I am here to write the songs and the poems and mentally paint the pictures for everyone, future generations to come, about how, though the world kept turning, this group of misfits, as we are, came together to stop something from happening that no one even realized. Right? We've talked about that. We've talked about how I am here for the music and I am here for the songs. And what are you here for?
Revenge.
Exactly. You have a purpose to be in this party. I'm just the frilly things on the end of a quilt. You are the thread holding it together. A quilt is not a quilt without the thread.
As you guys are having this conversation, I'd like to ask Nico and Kazim, how do you respond to hearing Tammy say that one of them has to stay behind?
What if one of them kills the other? Then can you get the last one out? Or is that still the same calculation?
Unfortunately, that's what is going to need to happen for me to get one out. I was joking before saying that they can't hurt me. Unfortunately, I actually can't hurt them because it'll do nothing but destroy their souls.
Cool.
So-
Wonderful.
To be clear, the one that kills the other is the one that stays, right?
Correct. And I don't know if you obviously can't see in here. There are many other souls within here, but they've been in here for far too long that they're all completely incapable of any violence. So, unfortunately, and he looks over at Mystrix and Silus and goes, in order to stay and save your friend, one of you has to end the other one with your own hands.
She's gonna look up at Tammy and then look down in her hand where she still has the vial that she found on the fountain.
Make a insight check.
God. That is... And you said insight?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, I hate scrolling. A 19. That's not bad. I thought my insight was shit.
As soon as you kind of bring out that vial that you had, you see this kind of shocked, scared, concerned look come over Tammy's face. He goes, "Where did you get that?"
It was on the fountain.
You see him kind of look over and both of you can tell he's looking off into the forest. And you hear this... You can feel this rage building up inside of him as he just blurts out, "Melora! That was not the deal!"
Melora.
Oh.
If you both would like to make a perception check.
18?
I'm talking to
Oh.
Mystrix and
Wow.
Mystrix and
You
Silus.
gotta be more specific.
He was talking to you. He saw the vial.
Unnatural 20.
23.
Both of you look over where he's looking, and Dyer, you immediately recognize the hooded figure that spoke to you that one morning, that has been in your dreams, as you feel this kind of... that weird sense of dread, like something's about to happen. And Silas, you look over in the woods and you see this tall, feminine figure with a green cloak just kind of on the edges of the forest outside of town.
Nico spoke of green.
If Nico saw that lady, that's the same lady that visited me.
She's the one that brought us here.
No, she didn't.
Yes,
Bring me
she
here.
did. As he kind of goes, she was meant to bring you here so that they could find you and we could save you and move forward. This was supposed to be nothing more than a pit stop. It was supposed to be nothing more than to be here for a moment.
Then a hiccup.
But for some reason, someone has decided to interfere, and my dear sweet Bard, I must ask you, under no circumstances do you drink that potion.
She's gonna look over at the lady in green and ask out loud, "Will this help get him out of here?"
As you look off, you just see that kind of slow nod from under the hood, and he goes, "But then we will never be able to come back for you."
You don't have to come back for me. I've already told them so many times. But Tammy, I need to know, do we have a deal?
Oh shit.
You see this kind of grimace come over his face as he just looks at you and goes, "The deal is acceptable."
Then it'll be okay, right?
You see him kind of look at you with a stern look, and just all of a sudden, his vision immediately snaps to your eyes, Nico, and you just see this kind of almost apologetic look behind them. It'll be fine.
Tammy?
She's gonna take a deep breath, and though Silas can see tears in her eyes because she hates that he's in there with her, she's gonna look at him and be like, "Remember, they are the quilt pieces, you are the thread, okay?"
Does an 18 hit?
Oh.
It does.
It does not.
You take 4 block.
Oh,
Not?
As soon as you go to try and attack Dyer, Tammy immediately grabs down and grabs your arm.
Oh.
as soon as he grabs his arm, I'm gonna smile at Silas and let a tear fall, and I'm gonna drink the potion.
As she drinks the potion, Silas, you look up at Tammy, and you just see this kind of... Roll for insight, actually. Nico, you as well. Kazim, I assume you're behind him, aren't you?
Probably,
You
yeah.
probably can't see his
12.
face. 12, you said?
12.
Insight or perception?
Insight, but roll your insight with advantage, Nico.
Well, that is a dirty 20.
So, Silas, you just see this kind of blank look on Tammy's face. Nico, you weirdly enough see right underneath his eye a tear begin to form as it's going down. And Mystrix, as you drink the potion, you start feeling this, for lack of a better term, you start feeling this weightlessness, as if something has been dropped from your body. You feel as if you just lost an incredible amount of weight, and you feel weightless. As you kind of look down and you see that the commoner clothes that you had begin to disappear, and your adventure clothes that you've been wearing this whole time begin to materialize in front of you with your rapier on your side. And you look over and you see that the horse that would be Buttercup in this area begins to start forming all of the equipment that you've had before, your lyre and your musical instruments, and all of the things that you had outside have now all appeared in front of you. And you just hear Tammy's voice almost breaking as he just goes, "This isn't how it's supposed to be. I'm sorry."
I'm gonna say something to Mystrix in Giant. I'm gonna message it to you, Karma. It's up to you whether anyone would understand it.
What do you say it in Giant?
I say it in Giant. That's not the word, obviously, but like I'm just saying it. So basically, to say who understands.
Let me just make sure. Okay, Mystrix, you don't speak Giant, do you?
Do not.
Okay. Yeah, no. You do see that Tammy recognizes what you say, and he just doesn't say a word to you.
Yeah, I'd say it to her face.
Hey, Karma.
Hmm.
I'm pretty sure a net 20 hits Silas.
It sure does. Roll for... Actually, you know what? You don't even need to. What do you use?
She's gonna use the rapier. Because she knows that her cat claws would just piss him off and do more scarring than anything. She wants this to be done as painlessly and quickly as possible.
As Silas, you look into her eyes and say the word. You, in a language that she clearly doesn't recognize, you feel this sharp, burning sensation within the middle of your chest as you look down and see that the rapier that is normally on the hip of your comrade is about 7 inches inside of you. As you look up in kind of disbelief as to what just happened, you're seeing this pained expression of just unimaginable sorrow, uncontrollable tears coming down Mystrix's eyes as you see the electricity begin to build up in her arm, as you feel that kind of shocking, paralyzing electric feel coming out of the blade as everything begins to go white. And Mystrix, what you see is as soon as you stab into him and let go one of your charges to make sure that this is quick and painless, you see him almost evaporate into this white smoke, and you just see Tammy grab what would be Silas and just slam it into the ground all of a sudden, which Kazim and Nico, you just see Tammy grab something. You don't see what he grabs as he quickly turns and pushes it into the chest of Silas. And all of a sudden, Silas's unconscious body immediately goes as he begins to come up, begins coughing as he hasn't been breathing this whole time. But Silas, you are now back in your body. And I'd like to say Nico with advantage, and then Kazim, if you could both roll for insight for me.
No.
That is a dirty 20.
Both of you look over, and you see Silas is breathing, but you look up at Tammy, Nico, and Kazim, you're more concerned about Silas anyway, so you begin rushing over to make sure that he's okay. But Nico, you're looking at Tammy, and he's not paying any attention to Silas. You just see big beads of tears coming down his cheeks as he's staring off into something right next to the fountain. And Mystrix, you're looking directly up at Tammy, who's now kind of on one knee, and he looks at you, very serious face, but you also see the tears going down his side, and he goes, "Why?"
He has things to live for.
You did too.
Not in the sense that's worth it. But
If it's any
you've made a
consolation,
promise.
if there's any consolation, you will have plenty of company. Isn't that
I'll
right?
sing songs.
As you look over to beside you, and you're seeing the green cloaked woman from before, and all of a sudden, Kazim and Nico and Silas, you look up right next to whatever he's talking to, and you're seeing this figure as well. This very tall, elven kind of being in a green cloak, as you hear him continue to say, "She's always been there, and I think she has quite the story to share with you." As you look up at this being, and as the sun begins to kind of crest over the trees, you begin seeing that elfish being begin to kind of morph and change into another familiar figure to you. A little bit older black tabaxi female. As you see this kind of love in her eyes as she's looking down in your eyes, and you just hear her say, "Hello, Dahlia." And as this is happening, the rest of you, Mystrix, you see as you're looking up at your mom, you don't see this, but Nico, Tammy comes up to you. He just caresses your cheek very lightly and says, "I'm very sorry."
I'm just gonna
And
hug him.
before you do, he stabs Mystrix's body.
Oh.
As he begins, you see the blood begin to trickle out, but you see no pain on her face as he very lightly takes his hands, which is his skeletal hand, as he reaches into the wound, and you see him pulling out what seems to be this kind of shard, and he kind of puts it into the necklace around him, and he goes, "It's the best I could do." And then he gives you a hug, Nico.
Oh, I'm just gonna hold him there and like cry in his shoulder, like openly, just like, oh, God damn it, guys.
You see him kind of stand back up, and he looks over and he looks at Mystrix and he goes, "I do have to ask if you would like to say anything to your family. I can give you moments, but it has to be now as my time draws near."
Would it be easier if I told them one thing and then sang them a song?
If you'd like. As he kind of stands up and moves over towards the fountain, as he beckons you to come stand in front of him. And Nico, Kazim, Silas, I assume you guys are all getting up as you see him kind of standing there, and he looks at all of you and goes, "If you'd like to say anything to your young tabaxi, now is your time." As he puts his hands on your shoulders, Mystrix, and in front of you, the buildings begin to fade away into distraught, and you go back into that dark, gloomy area. You still look over and you still see what seems to be obviously your mother of someone, apparently. And as you are seeing your three friends, about two of them bloodied and injured, and you see Nico is still on the ground with you, unfortunately, and Silas getting up, and the floor is your guys's.
I don't want you to be mad at him, first thing, okay? He's just doing what I asked him to do. Promise you won't be mad at him for this. Come on, you gotta say it. Just because I can see your sad little gloomy faces doesn't mean you can't talk to me.
I could never.
She's gonna look over at Kazim. Bird? Come on.
Call me Bird one more time. I'm going in there to kill you myself.
Silas, don't make me call you Dad. Come on.
Alice walks away.
No one's going to hold this against Silas more than Silas.
It's not Silas's fault, and it's not
I
Tammy's fault.
blame her.
Blame me. I did it. I'm here. I'm here for the blame. Let's go.
Traitor.
Always.
No. And I get on my horse and I ride away.
Oh my god.
It's okay.
Oh, fuck, now we gotta go find him.
That went
It's
great
okay.
last time.
Well,
Nothing ever works out better than splitting the party.
before you go, can I play you one song?
Of course.
And also, just let him. There's a note in each of your bags, okay? Just read that for me afterward. Fair?
Fair.
So, as you all stand there and obviously some in a much sadder circumstance, if you guys would like to, switch over to stream and listen to as Mystrix brings out a lute and begins playing this much more solemn, sad song. This is another song by our lovely Emily McNally.
Thank you, Emily.
She wrote another song for us just for this specific occasion. So if you guys would like to go listen now, I'm going to go play it. And here we go.
I've an absence where one would store memories of the past. Till I met you, family's not something that I had. Bittersweet, the last song I sing, an ode to the constant fights with Kazim, and the deep trust I found in Silas, and how with Nico I fell in love. So I will do my best, even in death, to keep you safe and protected. I hope you can see I'll be at peace, watching over you, my family. Dysfunctional as we may have been, you were truly my most loved kin. And if it ends up that I've got 9 lives, I hope I find you in the next one again. But for now, goodbye, my friends.
Yep, I'm going to be putting that song on Spotify, by the way, y'all, so that everyone can have a good listen. But as the music final notes begin to drift from the lute that is in front of the cat, you do see the kind of fur around her eyes being matted down with tears. And at this time, I'd like to ask Miss Dire Fate, what is Mystrix's last words to her party?
We've been through a lot of shit. And I mean that in many different ways, and I've died so many times. At least this time I know, with 100% certainty, I actually get peace. It's not darkness, it's not sadness. And in the moments of clarity, I know that I love you guys. So, thank you. And just remember to every now and then Come see if you can hear my songs. Okay?
Do you all have any final remarks for Mystrix?
I'm gonna miss you.
I wouldn't be a good cat if you didn't. And just tell Silas he can think of me as a traitor if he wants to.
He does.
It won't hurt me. But he has a son that he has to avenge. I don't. My mother is here with me. We'll be okay.
As this is happening, Kazim, do you have anything you'd like to say? As in front of you, Nico, Tammy brings you forward, and you see him kind of this weird life kind of draining from his eyes as he kind of grabs your shoulder and yours, Mystrix's, as he pushes you together, and he, for just a brief second, you both can feel the actual embrace of each other. Before, in your arms, Nico, Mystrix's form begins to fade and is no longer able to be felt, and in front of you, Dyer, the real world begins to fade back into the weird obscurity of the inside of the orb as Mystrix disappears in front of you, and you see Tammy sitting there, even more tears dripping down his face as he goes, "You are a brave cat." And he reaches over and grabs the white orb, and he puts it in his chest. The piece is yours.
Thank you. And just find them somebody who's good, okay? I know they can be mean to you sometimes, but they're rough around the edges.
It appears that I've had some feelings about the situation that I did not anticipate, but just know, you will always be remembered, and they will not forget you. I'll see to that myself.
Thank you for helping me, and I'm sorry I put you in this spot. She's gonna hug him.
You feel that kind of surprise as the kitten sits there, but he embraces you and he goes, "The fault is entirely mine. I just hope that what time you have left here is anything you could always want it to be." And as you're hugging him and he's stroking your back, you do feel the weird boniness of that one hand all of a sudden, but it doesn't freak you out as it normally would. It almost calms you as he begins to also evaporate into that kind of blue smoke, and Nico in front of you, he begins vanishing into your necklace. And I know it's a little early, but I need a break after that. So I will be right back, but I'd like to take this moment. Are there any thoughts about how Mystrix's tour was, guys?
Man, I'm fucking weeping over here. This is
Look, you
not
can't see
fair.
it, but I'm trying to. It's okay. It's all good. I'm happy that I'm pale. You can't see my tears.
I'm happy I'm using a fucking VTuber.
I just want to say to Dad, like, I'm sorry that I have to play Silas a particular way.
No, it's understandable. Be your character, man.
God damn it.
Okay,
I love you guys.
I will be right back. Mystrix, when we return, you are more than welcome. I'm gonna want you to stay in the group. You're gonna still be talking to us because there are other things I have planned for you the rest of this episode. So,
Okay.
everyone, we'll be right back.
God damn it. Diana, could you?
I do
God
good,
damn you.
Oh my
Did I do
fucking god.
Fuck.
I
I
mean, we
have-
had like fucking bets about who's gonna die first, but like, it wasn't not like on that list.
Look, so that the people that just listen to this instead of like seeing our reactions and shit, 110% the reason that I chose that this is how she would respond to this is because think about it. Her past is trauma, it's nightmares, it's constant worries of am I putting on the brave enough face, the happiest enough face? Like, am I the embodiment of what everyone wants the bard to be? And then she finds this place where she doesn't have to worry about any of that. She doesn't have to worry about Tharizdun talking to her, or if she's making the right decision, or if he will take her over and kill the only people that she has found that actually care.
Counterpoint. Ah!
I know.
The fuck?
Trust me. No, you can ask Karma. It took me and him forever to like, because Karma was like, don't do it. Don't do it. It's supposed to be a pit stop. And I'm like, yes, but as my character, that pit stop is the most
Oh.
peace and the most unburdened she's felt.
Did I not call it before we started? Did I not call that this would happen?
That's why I tried to. I was like, shut up, Josh. Shut up. Don't get me to cry at the start of this shit. Come on. Look,
I
it
wanted
wasn't
to
supposed be
prepare
this early.
myself. I wanted to prepare myself for something that happened. I'm not good with this
Yeah.
type of shit. That's why I've been silent.
It wasn't supposed to be this early in the episode, but Silas
We
over
haven't
there.
been playing an hour.
Yeah, Silas over there wanted to do some stabby stabs. Look, I was given direct orders of how it was supposed to go down, and it all got fast forwarded. So
Oh.
I'm so salty.
Zeffy.
God.
I'm not. You've given. I'm not going to comment on it because I don't want to go into Silas's mindset right now.
No, I want Zeffy's opinion. Do you think it played out well?
I mean, I think it's fucking great. Like, don't get me wrong. As a
Was
player,
that heartbreaking enough?
yeah, like
Okay.
I think it's probably the best it could have been, but it sucks because I can't show that
know.
because I have to
Yeah.
play Silas the way he would be,
I
and
expected it.
I-
I expected it.
yeah, and I'm not gonna comment on Silas's mindset
I'll
because
do it. Wait,
like
keep it in the chest.
yeah,
We're good.
it's gonna take me 20 episodes to get through everything that's gone through his fucking head right now, and it's been about
Yeah.
6 seconds.
Yeah.
But
Man.
Look, she was gonna play it rough, and then I was like, no, can't do that. It's not bard-like. I debated on bringing up your child, but we weren't gonna go there.
That was a
wouldn't
good
do
way to get him to kill you, honestly.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna do that. I was like, play it peaceful. She would want this to go. Hey, even in her entire existence, you all have killed her more than she's killed anyone else.
No, we even actually. You and me.
No, she killed
you
one
took
person.
me out. Yeah, like you.
I
Went
killed her
me out
twice.
once.
Or,
Yeah.
Actually.
Each one of you has killed her at least once.
We had to
No,
wear down
no,
those
I've
extra
only killed
lives
you
so we can
once.
make sure this
Well,
one
knocked
stuck.
out.
yeah, no, that's what she's saying, Drake. You've killed her once.
Well, at least
Well,
when you.
Kazim
killed
has
her once.
caused. Kazim has caused my death. Caused my death once.
I've technically done it twice.
But I have only killed one of you.
Yeah. Ow.
No more kitty cat pincushion, guys.
Oh my god.
Look, I don't even think I've. Wait. One of us has to go back through these other episodes and see if I've actually had. I haven't had the killing blow on anybody.
On me,
I'm
bitch.
pretty damn sure I haven't had the killing blow on
Oh,
You
you
anybody.
mean like?
You killed that guard.
No,
Oh,
he
yeah.
didn't die. He didn't die.
He had to be
die.
resurrected.
Resurrection doesn't mean they didn't die. Silas
die.
resurrected. He still fucking died.
Technically, you didn't die. You just got evicted
No.
from your happy scape.
No, he died. Death. Dyer. Don't get to play the innocent card here. You're still a murderer.
Hey,
Dad's
Mel.
back.
Hey everyone.
Hi, bestie. How you feeling, bestie?
I don't want to talk about
Aw.
it.
I made it hard on him, guys. I made it hard on him.
That was emotional for me.
All right. I will be the happy background.
It's
Already.
supposed to be a pit stop, god damn it!
I know, I know.
Oh.
As we are all sitting there reminiscing of their times with Mystrix, and you guys are soaking in the moment, you do both look up and realize that hooded figure is still, or the older tabaxi is still standing there in front of both of you, and both of you can tell this kind of happy sorrow on her face as she just looks at both of you and goes, Kazim, I know you had your differences with her, but I want to thank you for helping watch over her. Nico, I want to thank you for showing her the kind of love that I was never able to give her when she was younger. I do wish your orcish friend was here, but we cannot control how people respond. Perhaps I'll be checking in on him, and just know that I will be watching over the three of you quite closely, and know that she will be safe, content, and having anything her heart would desire. She
Kazim? Would you... Man, I don't want to do this. Should we... We can't just leave her laying out here like that. We need to at least bury her or something. Like, we can't just leave her to just rot.
I'm gonna start preparing a burial site.
Okay.
And I'm gonna ritual cast ceremony.
So I'm gonna say that you look around and you probably see next, fairly close, is a what looks to be a kind of open field that makes you think it would be a decent place as you begin preparing a small ceremony around this area that could be designated as a burial site. And you begin casting your ceremony. Nico, what are you doing as he's doing this?
He's probably just holding onto her. Just like petting her fur like on her head. And he's just holding her. Crying, obviously.
You feel a very gentle hand on your back, and look up and you're seeing that Tabaxi as she kind of leans down and she whispers something in your ear. I'm going to message you on Discord what it is. Okay, so as this is going on, we're gonna go over to Silas.
I've just sent you the rolls.
Okay. As you let loose your bow, you are able to very easily take down this fox. Weirdly enough, you're trying to process the feelings that you have, and you start feeling that kind of rage and sorrow building up inside of you, and you go into a rage.
I'd like to attack the closest thing next to me.
That's going to be probably just a large tree that the fox was about to go underneath? How do you attack it?
Are there any birds or other animals I could go
Roll
for?
for perception.
Perception is a 15.
There is a small boar that seems to be kind of walking by.
I'd like to go for it with javelin.
Okay, go ahead and roll for the attack.
Plus 6, that's 19.
That hits.
Oh god. Okay. I need to do math here. That will be 7 piercing
Okay.
plus 6 radiant.
Go ahead and roll for strength for me. With advantage.
With advantage, okay, that's a highest is 22.
Okay. You throw your javelin and it pierces straight through the boar as it drops to the ground and strikes a rock behind it as you hear this loud crack as it goes all the way up and splits the large boulder in two. And you, Nico and Kazim, both hear this large crack of stone off in the distance, kind of over the trees.
He's not far.
As you guys are doing that, Mystrix, you're back in your new home as you have now discovered that this is where you're going to be for quite some time. Is that figure Tabaxi? You saw them talking, what you presume to be your friend. Saw her whisper something as she looks at you and she holds her hand out and goes, I will make this the most beautiful place you could ever want to be. What would you like? I'll make it happen.
It's fine the way it is.
You can have anything. Anything at all.
You don't get that I can't get what I want.
What is it? I know I
Their
haven't.
safety.
I know I haven't been around much as I'd like to be, but I'd like to be now.
And you're here, and that's what matters. But honestly, if you could be there for them, it'd be a lot easier.
I can do both. And I promise you, you will see them again. It may not be in the most ideal of situations, but
As long as they're not dead, then I'm okay
it
with
won't
that.
be.
Good.
You
Good.
will be there to help them.
I'll write them songs. And as long as you keep me updated on how they're doing
Of
and what
course.
adventures they've been on, I'll make sure to keep it cataloged for them.
Of course.
They may hate me now, they may be upset at me, but they're still my family, right?
Of course. They will always be your family.
Good.
I'm so
I like
sorry.
having a family. It's okay. I chose this. I like having a family. And it's better than risking it.
Gosh. And you see her you feel her just kind of caress your cheek and goes, when did you go and get so goddamn big?
Started playing music for strangers.
It was fun watching you and your teacher when he first found you, you know?
He was kind of crazy.
He was, but he was a very loving man, and I'm glad that he was able to help you when I couldn't.
At least someone tried.
And now, you can play at peace. You don't need to worry about Dune, and I understand that your interesting friend, Tammy, has made sure that you can stay this way without having to worry about him taking you from them as well.
I just wanted them to know that there's somebody that they can talk to or pray to that isn't going to take advantage of them.
Well, I hope that they find peace, but I will watch over them for you. Don't you worry.
Thank you.
Okay, so is there anything you guys would like to do? As I'm assuming, Nico, you went over, and Kazim, were you digging a hole for the grave, or are you just setting up a site for it? Or what kind of grave are we thinking?
I have quite literally no way of digging a hole.
I have.
Even if I had a shovel, I feel like it would be harder for me to dig a hole with a shovel.
So I'm gonna say that you probably went around finding rocks to possibly put over her as she
Yeah.
lays to rest. So we'll go ahead and do that. As after a while, the sun you're seeing what looks to be sundown. It's almost as if, for some reason, it was always night, but you're now seeing the sun down as there's a small monument to where Mystrix will be. And Nico, I'm not gonna make you roll for it because I that's not the time. But I'm gonna say that you're carrying Mystrix over to the.
No, make him roll. He dropped the body.
Okay.
Oh god!
We got the request from Dyer. Make a strength check.
God damn it! I'm so good
Can I
with strength.
can I give
Bumble.
the help action?
Bumble. Roll my corpse
13
into the river.
total. No, 13
How much?
total.
15?
13.
13.
No, 13. Yeah.
That'll have been
I'm
that
not. I'm not
you
good
do
with fucking strength.
As you've set up all the stones on the side and preparing for burying, you look over and you do see Nico carrying Mystrix. You do see him struggling so badly, but he is making it all the way, seeming determined to bring the body. You hear this as he
I swear to God, I'm gonna start doing push-ups just for fucking you.
very gently places the body in the circle of stones that you've laid out for her at the base of the monument, as you both solemnly begin stacking the stones to fully cover her and stand there in the very starting to chill night. You feel the breeze over the trees. You're hearing the rustling of leaves. It's very calm. It's very peaceful. It's not chilly. It's not incredibly cold, but it's not warm either. Silas, I'm assuming that you're in the trees. You'd probably see them setting this up, but do you just keep hunting?
Basically, after every strike, I go pick up my javelin and throw it at another animal or rock. Or
Okay.
I'm going for either flesh or stone. I'm sort of avoiding the trees.
You guys have been hearing this whole time of just every once in a while a loud thud or a crack of a tree that has fallen over, perhaps some stone. Do you guys have any final words you'd like to say over the body?
Man. Honestly, if anyone was going to die, I always thought it's going to be Kazim first, you know?
Me too.
Nothing against you, Kazim, but like...
No, it's on brand.
I really thought it's going to be you. Like, and right after you will be me, obviously, because, I mean, just look at those guns and, like, you know, jokingly, like, show my arms, my muscles. I'd rather, like, lack of them.
Tasha's gonna kill us.
Oh, no, no.
We're
I don't know what to do.
well, we can't go back. We can't go back to Peak Barrow. We could go to that cave, but it kind of feels like it's not worth it, right?
We should just go back to River's Run.
I'm gonna wait until I stop hearing noises from muscles here.
Which does take quite a while, as he is pretty angry. Zephyr, do you think you'd make it head back to town at any time, or do you think you'd just be setting up camp out there?
I'm probably going at it for like an hour and a half, 2 hours, and then looking for a clearing deep in the forest and setting up camp for me and Artemis. I'm specifically not setting a fire, though.
I have a question. Is Buttercup still there, or like...
Buttercup is still in the stables.
Oh, they're in the stables.
By the way, did you guys take any of Mystrix's equipment, or did you just leave it with her?
No, she
I mean,
she probably has my
ate
sending
grave
stone.
robbing. That would be so freaky if you started getting messages from that one. Like, we actually do need to get that one back.
She does
Just
have
in
the sending
case.
stone.
She does have the sending stone,
Fuck.
but no. So her equipment is still there. It's on her body.
I thought it
that.
got put into the place.
She has it, but the equipment's still on the body.
Yeah, no. I ain't touching that. If there's one thing I'm going to take from Mystrix, like, if I remember correctly, you had, like, bells on you? Like, somewhere?
There were bells on her costume, and then on the end of her loot there was a dragon's eye, which is like a tiger's eye gem.
I mean, Nico's gonna take that, but nothing else.
The loot?
Oh god, that would be... Oh...
What do you take? Do you take the belt, or do you take the loot?
Oh... God, you sure, whatever, I'm gonna take the loot.
Okay. As you bring out this small stringed instrument, that it's very, very well kept. Obviously been cherished. You do see that it's got this, like, warm, almost purplish kind of wood, that kind of deep mahogany kind of look. Looks like it's been oiled and taken care of. There's not a scratch or dent on it. And on the head, you do notice that there's this beautifully carved, what seems to be dragon eye socket with a beautiful, perfectly polished tiger's eye gem in it.
It will be played again. I don't know when, but it will. I'm going to find it a good new home.
Kazim, do you take
Right,
anything off the body?
I think Kazim is a dick, and naturally grabs the sending stone and the coin purse.
What about the rapier?
Oh my god.
And the rapier.
You're leaving the rapier?
I'll leave the rapier.
Okay.
Unless it's magic or
Alright.
something.
It is. It's the
It is
lightning
magic.
It's the
Oh,
lightning
it's
rapier. That's the one you helped her steal.
Steal. Yeah. Okay.
My drum is also magical. Just
The
so
drum
you know.
is also magical.
I want that magic drum. I'm taking all the magic shit. Kazim's looting. Kazim's an asshole.
In front of you, Nico, you see Kazim just rummaging through Mystrix's pockets. And he just kind of looks. He just kind of looks up at you and goes, "Well, she's not using it anymore." He's grabbing.
Oh my god, Kazim!
All of it's going directly into the fucking bag of holding.
I swear to God, when you die, I'm going to fucking leave your naked ass body in a fucking river, and I'm going to like steal
what I
all your
deserve.
shit.
So Kazim,
Okay.
It's better that we take this than fucking some random honey badger or looter.
Kazim,
Yes.
just so you know, the amount of money she had on her person is 24 gold, and her backpack is 20.
Ooh. 44 gold.
And I'll go on ahead and clear that out.
Oh my god.
And yes, Buttercup is still in the stable with all of her equipment that she
Yeah.
had on him.
Oh.
We have a cart, right?
Yeah.
We do have a cart.
It's sitting by where your horses were over
Yeah.
by the bridge. You do notice that Artemis is gone, so Silas is to take his horse with him. But there's
Oh,
still
I'm
your two.
also I'm also gonna take the vials. Remember of the doppelganger group that we're supposed to bring back to Rivers Run ages ago?
Oh, the vials of blood.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
yeah, that's the fucking reason why we're going to
Yeah,
Rivers Run in the
don't
first
tell
place.
Kazim, because he'll just try and pass it off and give it to fucking the light.
Oh yeah, no, I'm gonna fucking take it. Like I'm gonna like, glare at him, like bitch, like how could you? Like
As you guys are
Right.
raiding,
It's better we have her property
As
than
you're
some
raiding her
random
body-
bandit.
as you are raiding her body, you do both weirdly see this kind of just light smile on her face, so it does look like she is at peace. So she doesn't give a
oh
shit.
my god, oh my god, oh man, this should have never happened. It really shouldn't. I hope you find what you're looking for. And Nico will go back to Buttercup, bring you back to the cart. And he's man, he doesn't know what to do with himself anymore. He's just sitting there with the horses, like petting them, like brushing them, like crying, and then brushing again, and then crying and brushing, like man. Oh, fuck you, Mrs. Oh god damn it, fuck you, Dyer. Oh.
It's like dark out now, right?
It's very dark out.
The loud bangs have stopped, I assume.
I would say at this point they've probably subsided. There's no more loud thuds or crack of stone or wood, so
I think Kazim's gonna fly up and try to find Silas. Now that he knows it's safe.
okay, go
Safer.
ahead and roll for perception.
Dirty 20.
Okay. You can't quite see exactly where he is, but you do swear you see like off into the deep into the woods. You are seeing what looks to be movement of familiar colors of the horse, kind of off to your south. Not crazy too far. So obviously he didn't like run off miles, but obviously far enough to be out of sight of the. It's a good. I don't know, 500 yards to your south.
I'll point Nico in the direction that I think he traveled, and then I'll start flying that way.
Are you going with Nico? What are you doing?
I mean, Nico will probably bring the car by the main road heading in that direction. But he knows that Silas is pissed and he's not necessarily on good terms with him at the very moment, so like he's going to keep to the road and just very slowly.
What are we doing with Buttercup?
Buttercup is fucking going with us. And I love my horse, Hazelnut, like I love him a lot. Like a hell a lot, but like Buttercup are gonna need some love right now because their rider is gone forever and ever now.
And
So, you know.
Kazim, you're flying off, right?
Yeah, but I imagine my horse is still hooked up to the wagon as well, right?
I would say so, yeah. So just want to make sure you just kind of go up to the front and you strap Buttercup into the horse carriage, and she, Buttercup very calmly walks with you, which you normally find odd because Buttercup is usually the most wound up of the group, but seems to be trusting in you to go along.
Yeah, just like Nico can't ride a cart technically,
Mhm.
so he go very slowly. Like,
Yeah.
very
Well, I mean,
slowly.
he can drift, so that's pretty sweet. But
That's like the only thing he can do.
Silas, as you are sitting there creating your camp and pitting up your horse, you do look up and you do see Kazim, what looks to be flying towards you.
I am going to make a ritual circle,
Mm-hmm.
and I am going to place the statuette in the middle of it, and I'm going to try and perform the ritual to turn it into an arcane focus.
Okay. So as you're flying up,
Done that.
as you're flying up, Kazim, you are seeing Silas setting up what looks to be some kind of ritual. You're not too sure. It looks kind of similar to what you do when you cast ceremony, but it's also different, as everything he uses is more obviously kind of things he just found around. And as he sits in the middle of the circle with his small little totem that he has, he kind of sits there and you see him performing some kind of ceremony that you've never seen, but obviously it kind of looks like Silas has done this a few times. The only ceremony that you can really think of is the coming of age ceremony that Zenok used to perform when someone would come back from their first successful hunt and bestowed their spear. So you're kind of performing that ceremony, and as you kind of wave your hand over the dog, it begins to weirdly kind of morph into what looks to be a kind of snake as it coils up into your arm, and you see it transform back into a dog and wrap around itself around your arm, and it just seems to embed itself into your skin, and you now have a tattoo of what looked to be the icon that you had. But where the gems would be on the dog, you actually are seeing there are gems now embedded in your skin, and are fairly confident that now you can use that symbol as your arcane focus.
Okay. Once I've done that, I'm going to pray not to the gods, but basically just a message I want sent out onto the wind.
Okay.
And I'm basically praying to all the orcs that could possibly be within Ethyl, just telling them that our time is coming.
So
Look for the
as you're kind of doing this, you're sitting there and you're doing your kind of odd prayer, which Josh, as you are coming down and land kind of outside of the forest, you do see him doing this kind of weird prayer. Go ahead and roll for insight for me.
30-20.
You can almost feel this rage emanating out from around him that seems to be much more boisterous than before, and it seems to be emanating over the treetops to where almost, Nico, you're feeling as if something's kind of off as you're riding on your carriage through the woods. You can almost pinpoint where it's coming from because you just feel this strong sense of anger that is very familiar to you, as you would feel from Silas's rages. But it feels different. It doesn't feel targeted. It feels almost beckoning, sharing it amongst everyone around.
Our time will come, brothers, sisters, sons and daughters of Grumish. Before the year is done, we will have victory. We will have vengeance. We will have what has always been ours.
You get no response back, but you do feel like someone is listening.
And
Did
I'm
I
just
hear
gonna-
him?
Did you see?
I'd probably be saying it in giant.
Hmm.
But I'm just gonna like repeat it over and over.
So you probably don't quite understand him there, Kazim, as he seems to be saying something in a language you don't quite recognize.
Has he made a camp?
Yeah, you do see that he's got his horse set up in what seems to be a small little tent. You do notice that there is no fire going on, perhaps intentional, you're not too sure, but yeah, you can definitely... He does have what looks to be he's setting up as his camp for the night.
I'm going to invite myself into the camp and start making myself a place to sleep.
Okay. Silas, you do hear this ruckus behind you as you feel that familiar feathered body behind you as he seems to be setting up. Do you respond to it or you just keep praying?
I'm gonna keep praying, I think.
Okay. Nico, you, like I said, you can kind of tell where Josh was heading. Are you going to try and attempt to meet up with them, or are you just going to keep on riding?
I think Nico, like, I mean, Kazim was going to be able to spot him, like, as easy as it fucking goes.
Hmm.
He's very slowly riding forth.
Are you purposely
Instead.
trying to head towards the way of where they are, or are you purposely just keep on going with no kind of clue where you're going?
Nico doesn't know where River's Run is, does he? Oh, he's like, oh, fish out of water. You know, he just goes forward. I mean, there's a road. Road goes forward. He's going to follow the road.
Okay.
Very slowly. So like, oh my god, they're gonna be fucking sleeping for hours. You know what? He's just going to like, we're in the forest, aren't we? I'm just gonna ride onto the edge of the forest, and then I'm gonna just stand by the side of the road. That's what I'm gonna do.
Okay, because you do know that you don't go anywhere in the direction on this road. Doesn't go anywhere near where Silas is.
Exactly.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Okay. Neither one of you have any idea where the
forest.
neither one of you had any idea what the fuck is going on with Nico. You just, yeah.
He's worried he's going to get like fucking head chopped off. At
Separating the party again. That's a great idea.
He's not going anywhere. It's smart.
That went fantastic this last time. So Josh, you are able to set up your small camp. I'm assuming you're setting up your own little tent next to Silas as you guys are getting prepared. If there's nothing else you guys want to do, we're going to fast forward until Silas is done with his prayer.
I'd probably say once I'm done with the prayer, I'm just gonna toss him 2 dead rabbits for a meal, and then go into my tent.
So in your lap, he just tosses 2 dead rabbits. Uncooked, unprepared, just 2 dead rabbits that, as you look closer, they are fucking obliterated. Like, where normally last time there was small little incisions, there are full-on gashes. These things have been fucking mangled, possibly out of rage.
I'll light a fire, I guess, and start preparing them.
So I'm gonna say it's been like 2 hours since you got there, which would mean, Nico, you're probably walking by as you see a fire being lit, and you just keep on. And Kazim, you do hear these horse trods, and you look back, and there is the slowest carriage you have ever seen in your life going by as you're setting this fire.
I recognize it as our carriage, right?
You see Buttercup on it, and you do see this weird Asimar just kind of sitting there like...
When I see the fire, you know, like I'm gonna stop when I see the fire, and just kind of ride slightly to the side of the road, so like we're not taking up the whole road,
Okay.
and take care of the horses, and I'm gonna sleep in the carriage because wilderness ain't doing me any good.
You do make eye contact with Nico, and you do see him kind of pull the carriage off to the side of the road, but you also see him make absolutely zero attempt to get anywhere close to Silas. Like, purposely kind of just look at you and like, I'm staying here, as he just kind of climbs into the back of the carriage. He feeds the horses and stuff and kind of pets them and lets them all kind of loose and ties them down so they don't go anywhere, as he just climbs into the back of the carriage. And you, every once in a while, just see him kind of peeking around the corner, looking up at you guys.
Oh, man.
I'm fucking up these rabbits. I'm doing a shit job.
Go ahead and roll for... Ooh, let's see. What's an interesting one we could do for this? I'm gonna have... Ooh, you know what? Roll for Roll for... What?
Food poisoning.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to figure out. Roll for medicine.
Medicine?
Yeah, roll for survival. Roll for survival.
Oh, good. That's the same number. 15.
I mean...
Yeah.
You're pretty sure it's edible. I mean, it's rabbit, so...
I'm like 90% sure it's fine.
Yeah, you're pretty sure. There is some hair you forgot to cut off, and yes, it might not be fully cleaned as much as it should be, but I mean, you're probably not going to get food poisoning from it.
I mean,
Silas, you can smell
char. Is that
you can smell the burning hair coming from outside of your tent.
He's just gonna sigh, sort of sit down, get some rest.
Okay. Yeah, Silas does not return to you. Are we going into a long rest?
Yeah.
Everybody needs a nap.
I need one.
So,
Mystrix,
what are you doing in your little realm as you were just kind of sitting there, and how do you fill your time?
Honestly, between moments of forgetfulness and like peace, it's the sad realization that she has separated herself from them, and she hopes that they'll realize how much they need each other. Like, yes, it's a traumatic way to show it, but they need to understand that though they think they can do things alone, the attachment is something that they need. Other than that, she's probably writing them songs.
As you guys all begin to bed down for the night, Mystrix, you, for once in your life, and this brings you quite some peace, is you don't dream. It's the most relaxing sleep you've ever had. There isn't the nightmares anymore. There's no sense of dread. That's all faded away. And you are able to have, for once, a peaceful night's rest. Silas, you also don't dream. Not in the least. It seems that either Groomish is busy with other things perhaps to help you, or it could be that they're trying to give you space from the anger that's within, but for some reason you just don't seem to dream. However, Kazim, as you begin to rest off, you wake up back in that town, and you are looking around, and your friends are gone, the orb is gone. It's almost as if you just walked back for some reason, and sitting on the edge of the fountain is that tall, silver-masked woman. Yeah, she just kind of looks at you and cocks her head, and she goes, "Well, that was an unexpected turn."
I wasn't I handled that situation poorly. I see that now, looking back on it.
Well, I guess that depends on how you look on it. The message was received, obviously, and he obviously took it in a certain way.
Back the shit out of me. He just, like, ow.
Well,
Like,
it seems that our young friend Tammy has a bit more strength than we would have assumed. I mean, he threw you through that wall. How insane was that?
what?
Yeah,
Like, that's fucking
That
crazy.
was crazy, insane. Now, I have to ask: are you alright, Kazim?
No. I will not be elaborating.
Well, fair enough. I guess if you don't want to share, that's no one can force you to. At least she will be happy and comfortable. There is that. Though I am curious.
Yeah.
I wonder what would happen if you were to touch the orb. I wonder what happened in there. Did anyone say?
Silas hasn't said anything. I mean, Tammy was the only connection. He was kind of vague and mysterious.
I mean, he creeps me out, right?
He's a fucking. He's terrifies me. It's weird.
It is unsettling. And he's just not. He's not even the god. He's supposedly just a spokesperson for this god. What is that all
Wait,
about?
what? Which god?
Didn't he tell you that he's the spokesperson for someone that they've only referred to as V?
I wonder what V stands for. Is there any questions you wanted me to specifically ask him?
I mean, I thought it would go into more of a conversation and perhaps I can step forward and be able to talk to him. I wasn't quite expecting you to immediately threaten him, but you know.
Okay, in my defense, it seemed like the right course of action at the time.
You guys seem to do that quite a bit, and it's a little alarming.
It's a problem with disrespect for authority, for sure.
Well, obviously, authority showed you why you should probably respect it.
Yeah. No, I'm seeing the error of my ways. I'm not going to change, but
I wouldn't ask it for any other way, but I do have some things that perhaps if you see him again, you can ask and maybe get some information.
Yeah. Fuck. What do you want me to ask him?
Where did he get that orb?
What do you mean? Where did he get it? It was in the town. Was it his?
I think that maybe that would be an interesting question for him, don't you think? Well,
Did he fuck this up? Is this all him?
I don't know. Obviously, it can't be him. I mean, he hasn't been here, right? Well,
I'm gonna threaten him a couple more times.
I'd love to see how that works out for you. Good luck to yourself, Kazim. I'm gonna go look into some things. As she kind of walks off into the mist of the woods, and you begin fading back into your normal sleep. Nico, as you climb in the back of your carriage and you lay down and begin going to sleep, you begin dreaming into that blue room once again, where you're seeing the negative version of you sitting on the couch, and you see he's not even looking at you. He's just kind of sitting there staring off into space as he's got his hookah in his hand, and he seems to be thinking to himself. He's 1,000 miles away from you. In his head, you can tell.
Nico, he'll probably just slowly walk over to him, sit down right next to him, and just for like a bit of ward, he's just going to snuggle up to him, into his side, and
as soon as you sit down on the couch next to him, he immediately sits up, notices you're there, and as soon as you start kind of nuzzling into him, he kind of sits there and thinks for a moment, and just kind of lifts his hand up and slowly puts it over your shoulder and grabs your other side and pulls you in, hugs you, and he just kind of says, I feel like I've failed you.
You didn't fail me. I failed myself, if anything.
Well, you charged me to protect her, and I sent her someplace where is her last. I've never broken a deal before. What is this?
I don't know. I don't know what to do anymore. All of this. What is it all for?
Well,
We're trying to find the doppelgangers, and for all I know, it could be better if they just fucking like burn the place to the ground.
you don't mean that, Nico. You know you don't mean that. Where would Freya go? What are your brothers and sisters? What of your friends? What of your childhood friends? What of them?
It's just so hard to do the right thing when you don't know what the right thing is.
Well, from what I can tell, is no one quite know what the right thing is. No matter how much it hurts, and no matter how much I disagree with it, I do think that what happened tonight was indeed the right thing. It could have been differently if I was more careful, but I am sorry that you had to watch me take care of her body in such a grotesque way.
She's at peace now.
She is, and know that her mother has full capability to provide anything her heart could want.
Well, if you get a chance to speak to her, remember to throw in like an annoying pigeon named Kazim somewhere flying around and just bothering her from time to time so she doesn't forget,
Oh,
about us.
don't worry. She'll always be very close at hand.
I know. I know that she will.
And I have plans. In the morning, I need you to release me because I have work to do. As it kind of gets this weird, like, that sadness that you've been feeling seems to just drop as you see him just kind of sit more straight and gain his confidence again and kind of give you that dry smile as he normally does, where you can't tell if he's really feeling any emotion, but he goes, and I believe that you and your friends have some places to be tomorrow.
We do. We do. As soon as I wake up. Alright?
Well,
Just give me like until noon or something. I need to sleep this off.
very well. Sleep well, my friend. As he kind of lays you down on the couch and strokes your hair for a moment, and he just kind of gets up as you begin fading into that very soft, long, dark, deep sleep that he seems to give you and calm you. And I think we all managed to complete a long rest, and I would like all of you to level up, please.
Level up, holy fuck. In the middle of this.
It's called a trauma level, guys.
God damn it!
We're kind of missing one of our players here
Yep.
for the level.
Oh. And it's a good
Emotional.
thing I have already planned.
Emotional damage.
Emotional damage. You know, this
Shut up.
this shot's for Mystrix, y'all. Tink.
Oh,
I already took one for me. Took one for the team, guys.
man, I've been drinking. Oh.
Can you believe we're only 2
Look.
hours in? We still have 2 more hours.
Look, this entire thing was
Great.
full. And now it's down here, and all it is like this much Coke, and then the rest was vodka. Well, not vodka, rum. Rum.
Alright. So,
Okay, leveled up. Woo!
I can't decide.
I already
Oh.
pre-planned everything, guys.
You can't decide between sniffles, Sophie?
No, I can't decide which class I want to level up.
All of them.
Oh, that's a good thing, only having one class.
Yeah, no, that would make sense though.
Look, I've got fucking spare the dying at range. So I mean, if you want me to get rid of it, Kazim, and when you go down, we have no way of helping you, then I'll trade.
I got a potion on me. I'll be fine probably.
Oh my god! I can't heal, guys! Oh!
Level 5 barbarian, level 1 cleric. Oh, that's some nice movement speed.
What kind of giggle was that, Karma?
nothing.
Oh.
Oh, I figured out what I'm doing. Oh, this is gonna be sick.
Yeah, ready.
Karma, you're gonna hate me.
Man, you all are gonna hate that none of you have any resurrection shit.
I feel like it's better that we don't have resurrection, because that could get wild.
Well, as the sun begins to crest over the mountains, you do notice, as I'm gonna say, it's probably Silas that got up first, right?
Oh, absolutely.
So you were coming up before the sun really crests over that first mountain, but you're seeing the beginning of the purples and stuff in the sky as you know the sun is beginning to come up. And as you kind of get out of your tent and look around, you do notice that there is your guys' carriage and 3 horses at the bottom of the hill. But you look back to where the town was, and you swear that you were only like maybe 1,500 feet away, just over the hill. But now you see that it is miles away. It seems that you guys have somehow moved. It is very far away from you guys now. It's either, but where you stayed that night is exactly the same. It's just, it seems that misty area has gone at least a good 5 miles out. You could barely see it now.
So that's how it's gonna be. I'm gonna go over to one of the trees, and using the mighty Stormbringer Holy Axe, I'm gonna carve the Eye of Groomish into the bark.
Ooh, go ahead and roll for dexterity for me.
It's 16 total, I think. Yep, I can do math.
Okay, so it's not the best, but obviously is very reminiscent. You can definitely tell what it is, even if you weren't sure. Even if you haven't seen it very often, you'd be able to tell that that's the Eye of Groomish. It's just very crude. Yeah, you'd see the sun is beginning to come up. Kazim is still passed out in his tent. You're not 100% sure where Nico is.
I'm gonna cook the fox because I feel like that'll be enough for 3 people.
Yep, overnight you've been letting it. You were bleeding it overnight so that it was ready to cook for in the morning, and you very quickly are able to kind of skin it. Will you roll for survival with advantage for me?
Advantage. Okay. All right. Oh, it fell. Don't fucking damn it! It fell onto that 20 and it doesn't count!
It's out of the dice tray.
Not a try to the highest is 22.
Okay, so very easily you just kind of sit down silent in your morning routine as you normally do, silent as you are cutting and skinning this fox and able to get that skin off perfectly, and you kind of stretch it out over on the trees to try and tan it at least a little bit, because perhaps maybe you want to use it for something else or use it for storage or something. As you begin cleaning up the meat below and filleting some pieces off, you're also setting up the campfire that Kazim tried to last night, and it was, decent, but you set up the wood differently, and you get a large flat stone as you place it over the fire, and begin heating that very thin, large stone. As finally you're finished cutting up the fox into kind of smaller bits and pieces, you found some potatoes out while you were rummaging, and perhaps some wild garlic while you're out there, and maybe a couple different herbs and spices that you might have found. With your nature, as you woke up, you kind of went around looking for maybe some extra twigs, and you did manage to find a small little nest with some eggs in it, if you want to take those.
Yeah, we have some eggs.
Yep, as you take that and you begin walking it back over, and the meat is cooking and simmering with the different seasonings, and you crack open the eggs and give them a quick scramble to make it easier to divide as they begin cooking on there. I'm going to say, Kazim, you kind of wake up a little bit later to the smell of Silas's orcish cooking that you recognize and begin salivating. Nico,
I have a question.
Yeah.
Actually. It's going to be very mechanical. How does our cockers get born? Out of eggs, right? Because do you have anything against our cockers? Like, Kazim, do you have anything against eating eggs? Personally. Since that is the method of which you've been born, mister.
Well, actually, I'm actually going to say that no, they don't get born out of eggs because they are more humanoid. So, yeah,
I have no idea
they are
how
born
it
from
happens.
like. It's closer to say marsupials that instead of it coming out in the egg, that's kind of, they come out ready hatching from the egg. You know what I mean? They don't ever get that white shell, but yes, it's kind of the same, but also different. That's what one of the main differences why they get offended when you call them bird. Actually,
yeah, I just wanted to clarify.
More mammals than they are avian.
This is the same Aarakocra, Nico, that has said previously we're getting chicken.
Yeah, he really wants to eat some chicken.
I know.
It's like whatever. It's like not a big deal. Don't think about it. It's fine.
Yeah, but like if I would be eating babies, all of you would be like, "Yo, what the fuck?"
No.
Hold on, that's an entirely different situation.
Yeah, it's
the sentient.
It's more like eating a chimpanzee.
Oh, I suppose.
Or monkey brains. It's like that's all a delicacy.
It's very
somewhere.
lean meat, apparently.
Anyway, Nico, as you are down below in the caravan, you are smelling the delicious aroma of garlics and herbs, and you're hearing sizzling as someone is cooking near you at some point.
Oh, I know that ain't Kazim. Oh. But, the deal's the deal. I am going to let Tammy out. And, after he is all in person, I'm just like, Nico's very sensitive right now, so he's going to just, go in for, a hug, a really, he doesn't have the strength for that, but, just, very tight hug.
Very quickly, as soon as Tammy begins materializing in front of you, and you go in for that hug, he just kind of, there, everything will be okay, as he hugs you back. Now, I think your friends have been making some breakfast, as he snaps his fingers, and a loaf of bread comes to his hand and goes, "Bring tidings of peace."
Just don't leave us, too.
I would never.
Be careful.
I would never leave you. I'll be back. As
Well, you better.
Oh, and one more thing. I'm sorry to do this. As he pulls out that small diamond thing he pulled out of Mystrix, and he snaps it in half as he grabs your necklace and begins to kind of push. It looks like he takes it in his hand and pushes it in there and goes, "This is how we'll find the other. Don't worry. Trust me." As he begins evaporating away. And you look down at your necklace that you got from Mystrix, and you do notice that on the top of the topaz crystal is now what seems to be a half of a black tabaxi's face, I guess. Just a very small little pendant right there.
Oh my heart, god damn it. I just stopped crying, guys. This is unfair. Fuck you all. God damn it. Oh, Dyer, why did you have to do this? God damn it.
I love you, Dragon. I love you.
I love you too. Oh, God
Just don't
damn
forget
it.
your note. Smiley face.
I know, I read it. Oh, god damn it. Damn it. Nico is just going to grab the loaf of bread and very slowly. I mean, obviously, he's gonna first give the horses food because
Yes,
he's not forgetful about that. But she's going to like very slowly and cautiously walk over to the cab. Guys, I have some fresh bread.
Where the hell did you get fresh bread?
They got super fast delivery here, you know? Just like, it's
Uber
almost
Eats.
magical.
DoorDashed bread?
Oh, God.
The temptation.
And now we've created DoorDash. Wait, Karma, what all have we created in this game?
The French, heavy
Rock
metal.
show. Yeah.
Kazim invented some Oprah. Kazim invented Oprah.
DoorDash and Uber Eats.
Yep.
Any whoosies. Hey, Nico, can you let Tammy out again? I kind of need to talk to him.
Really? You're saying that now? Like, right now?
Yeah, right now. I had to talk with my goddess, and I have some questions for him. Why, what's up?
Well, you're going to have to ask him tomorrow because he's already out.
What do you mean? Where is he?
How would I know? Like,
You let him out. I assume you saw him leave the necklace, right? Isn't that how this works?
oh, you know, he did. Look, he has something he's working on. I'm not 100% sure what it is, but
It
I
might
know
be my
that
thing,
he.
then.
How would it mean your thing?
I don't know. She wanted to talk to him. She thought I could get the door open. I might have before he chucked me through the wall. I don't know.
Oh my god. Back to what happened right there.
What? Right where?
What were you trying to even ask him about?
I mean,
Was it like a really touchy subject or something?
I
mean,
don't
he
feel
wouldn't just
like it was.
like throw you through a wall just because you asked the question. I know him.
Well, I told him, yeah, my friend Joe, he had some questions for you, and he said, "Who's Joe?" It was a long day yesterday, okay? It feels like 2 weeks have gone by since I asked. A long day.
Also, because he's sorry to have manhandled you so roughly. Just
He apologized?
Yeah.
That's sweet. I apologize for calling him Freakazoid.
Roll for deception. That's not,
Damn it, I thought I could see
that's
that
not
one.
fucking
Yeah.
true.
12?
No, you don't. You know he's fucking lying to you.
I don't know.
My
What's this
target
happening?
insight is 11.
I'm the greatest of all time. On a nat 4.
Oh my god, my passive insight is 11.
What is
Oh my god! I am. Nico is quite gullible, man, and he has no reason to believe Kazim otherwise.
Oh, that reminds me. I'm dying again.
What do you mean dying?
Our Silas is still here, right? He hasn't
He's been
ditched
cooking.
us in the
He's been
middle of the
cooking
night?
breakfast this whole time.
Silas?
Silas is going to look at you. Not a word.
What was that?
Not a word.
Like he's just looking at you, no verbal response.
So what do we do
What-
now, guys?
Well, as the new leader of the group, I think I think personally, we should go take over. Well, take over's a strong word. We should go to River's Run.
I mean, we do have the blood to deliver. Trying, hopefully, going to learn something about the doppelgangers.
Yeah, hopefully Nathan can give us some insight.
Yeah. We need to inform them that while the doppelganger is not here right now, he will be back. And he's going to be pissed. And he might be either looking for us or he might be coming back. We don't know. We've lost an orb. We have been well, technically ish closed off from the Geek Barrow.
They don't. That's a need to know kind of situation. They don't need to know. Because then they're going to start asking questions like, hey, why were you, a cleric of Palor, banned from a church of Palor? What the fuck?
I mean,
Right?
it's not like we killed, the left-hand man or anything,
That's not why we were
Totally not.
banned. We were banned for
Oh, yeah.
multiple other reasons.
Actually, what were we banned for? Remind me, Kazim, because I don't remember why I was kicked out of that place at all.
Harboring a representative of Thurston. Multiple threats against Palor and the Church of the Light and the Flow. Atop all that, insurgency.
Oh.
Well, there are multiple reasons why we cannot go back there. They hate us now. Yada yada yada. And as long as Rivers Run doesn't know about any of that, which I don't think anybody's gonna tell them because, like, why would they? Nobody cares about us. We'll be fine. We can take over that town.
Take over the town and do what with it exactly?
Live like kings.
Oh my Kazim. This can't be what you want out of all of this. To just live like a king.
I mean,
Fuck
it beats getting told what to do by some losers in fucking Peak Barrow. Some old man sitting atop his golden
find the
throne.
doppelganger again. We kill him. What then?
What do you mean, what then? We did it. We killed the doppelganger that was coming after us. Now we get back to work. Do what we do best.
I mean, do you really believe it's just this one doppelganger? For all we know, he might be just like a teeny tiny puny henchman, and there's way bigger, way scary shit out there. Just waiting around the corner.
Well, obviously they're trying to release Thursdune, which mixed feelings about that for sure. Most of them aren't good. But I mean, imagine if we have the entire town of Rivers Run under our thumb. We can protect the orbs better than anybody else.
Really now?
Yeah.
Look how we protected the other one.
That was okay. That one got the real one probably got swiped off of us, stolen, and then replaced with a fake. I should. Okay, I might need to go back to Peak Barrow eventually, but that's a later situation.
What do you think, Silas? What should we do?
I mean, you've got that scroll that the two of you have been pining after.
This scroll that we've been pining after was supposed to help bring you guys out. It's fucking meaningless now. For your information, Silas.
Is that what the scroll did? It was supposed to bring us out
I
of the
don't know,
orb?
like...
No one knows what the scroll does because everyone we've spoken to wants the scroll, wants it for another reason. If it brings people out of the paradise, why did Therastoon want it?
What if we... Okay, what if we go get that scroll, check it out, make sure it's not shady, and then... I mean, if it is shady, we either destroy it, or if it's not shady, we can get rid of it.
You can't just destroy magic items like that.
Okay, I'll put it in my magic bag of forget about it.
Oh my god.
Let's go get the scroll. Fuck it, right? But I don't know. It feels like something's missing. Like we should probably pick up a new member of the bomb squad, right?
God damn it. You can't be serious. Mystrix
I mean,
died yesterday.
I don't think 3 of us are gonna manage very well going forward. I don't know. Maybe that's just me.
So you're proposing you're just gonna go out into the street. Hey guys, we need a 4th member for this suicidal squad that just
I was
every
talking
other day is dying.
hiring a band of mercenaries to do work with us. Like how much do mercenaries cost? Like a gold, maybe 2?
No, mercenaries cost actually a lot, Kazim.
How much is a lot? Like 3 or 4?
Well, it depends. Do you want for the job to actually be done or not?
I kind of just want cannon fodder. Can we go pick up some cannon fodder?
Kazim, we are not bringing...
That's the most Kazim answer I have ever fucking heard.
I mean, imagine as the memory of the cat bard that we had 3 cannon fodder at one point.
Yeah, but those guys ran at the first sign of trouble, and we weren't even close to it.
Because of Nico.
Because you all started talking about how they were constantly gonna die.
And then I turned around and they were gone.
You guys just were not stop talking about. No, they're not gonna die that horribly.
It's just gonna be like a regular painless death. Come on.
Putting my ears down. I won't interrupt.
Me and Daya were not part of that conversation. I saw them later. I was like,
it was exclusively.
The ears are down. I will.
Yeah, I told them to fuck up because they're gonna die.
I didn't recruit them. It wasn't We're not arguing about this again.
I'm not
Silas, as my second in command, what do you think we should do? He hasn't punched me for calling myself the leader, so I'm just gonna go with it.
Do you want to be punched?
A little. I was kind of waiting for it.
The way I see it, we either go to the cave and try and deal with the scroll, or we go to River's Run and see what the next move will be. How far away is River's Run from wherever the fuck we've been taken to?
Oh, probably another week and a half.
Yeah, it's a fair bit. I would say we just go to Riverside. We don't have a lot of time left until the doppelgangers are back. We should actually hurry.
It doesn't matter where we go. The cave's in that direction anyway.
And the Rays are protecting both towns now. So if we're in town when the doppelganger shows up, the Rays should be able to handle it.
You hear from the back of one of the tents all of a sudden, if Therastoon gets the scroll, that can be a big issue for you 3. And all
I throw my javelin into the tent.
Roll for the
Oh
attack.
god damn it!
I'm getting real sick of this shit, Tammy.
23.
Okay, go ahead and roll for damage.
Fuck him up.
That's 8 piercing. And then does this? No, it's a range. Does this count as extra attack?
Does this count as?
Because I have extra attack now.
I think you do.
So
Yeah.
Every time I hit the attack action, I get to make 2 attacks.
Ranged are attack actions, so yes.
I know. I'm just seeing how it works outside of combat.
Yep.
It's an 18.
Okay, that one misses.
Okay, that's good to know.
As
So yeah,
Wait, how much misses?
18 misses.
18.
As
18.
as it goes through the tents, and you see this puff of smoke kind of come out from behind as it crumbles to the ground, and it kind of reconstitutes in the middle of it and goes. And you see right on his clavicle right here, you do see kind of a large gash as it goes off, and he goes, "Well, that's just rude."
Silas, what was that about?
It is Tammy, right?
Yes.
Of course it's Tammy. Why would you do that?
Tammy, what's on the scroll?
Well, it is true that it can bring back the dead. However, it also can create it. It is something that should not be touched by you mortals. And if Tharizdun was to get it, I fear what he'd be able to use it for.
Okay, first of all, can we trust Tammy? Down to brass tacks.
Absolutely not. Under no circumstances should any of you except for Nico be able to trust me.
Yeah, I'm dubious about even Nico trusting you, honestly. That was...
Absolutely one thing for certainty. I've never once lied to any of you.
That's the terrifying part. You don't need to lie. You could just throw me through a fucking wall. Anyway.
Perhaps one shouldn't make threats to someone like me.
Tammy, can I ask you a quick question?
Am I going to throw you through a boulder?
Probably.
You all have heard it. I expect no attacks or attacks from any of you. If this goes south, it would be his own fault.
Where did you get the orb that our friend just died in? Or did you make it?
I did.
You did what? I asked 2 questions, and that's a vague answer to both.
I did create it.
Okay. Why?
Do you know the interesting thing about having information, dear Kazim? When you're the only one that has it, imagine what people would be willing to give to be able to get it.
I'm going to use thaumaturgy to make a really loud noise about a mile behind him.
Okay.
And I'm just going to stare off in the distance behind him and be like, what's that?
Roll for deception.
Oh my god.
Where's deception? 22.
God damn it, you're actually making me roll for that. Yeah, well, good try, Kazim.
Thaumaturgy again, even louder this time. Make it sound closer.
You see him kind of sit there.
Whilst this shit, I'm just gonna go behind Tamil and get my javelins.
Yeah, you just walk in. Tamil does not respond to you whatsoever getting your javelins.
Yeah, literally, like almost walking through him just to go get my fucking javelins.
Yep. And weirdly, like, you just push past him, and he seems to not even try and move as he, like, kind of shudders on one part as you get closer to him. It's almost like he knew you
go into shoulder check him, and you just
fall right through it.
Yeah, I'm just gonna pick up the javelins. Fuck it, I need them.
Fair. And now, did you have any serious questions, Kazim, or just jokes?
It was mostly the jokes, other than that question.
If you
I
care to
think
make a deal, I'm more than willing to give you any information you'd like.
What kind of deal?
How much do you think the information of the orb is worth?
10 copper.
What good is money to being like me?
You drive a hard bargain. 1 silver.
I'd like to have your name.
Kazim.
You know my name.
No, I'd like to have your name. As you see
But-
this kind of devilish grin kind of go across his face.
I'll give you my middle name. How about that?
No.
Last name?
No. Actually, I will take your last name.
But I get to keep the first part, right?
Sure.
What does that... I'm putting a pin in that. What information would you give me to trade for my last name? What do you gain out of that?
Well, I have no reason to answer you for that, but why don't you make the deal and find out?
Well, out of interest of making an interesting and fun little dealio here, you could just be forthcoming and just tell me.
What's
Or
the
we'll
fun
just
in
go to the
that?
cave and pick up the
I
scroll
have a
ourselves.
feeling that you have someone on your side as well that would find this deal most intriguing too. I'm sure that Lyra is sitting in the background, laughing.
Lyra... Messi, cool, yeah. Nico, can I pull you aside really quick?
Me aside?
Yeah.
I suppose.
Can he
Nico's
can he
been
hear me if I
calling.
whisper to you?
If he can hear you, if you whisper to me while he's out.
Yeah. Yeah, like if I were to hypothetically stage whisper here and just be
Uh-huh.
like, anyway,
Fuck that guy. He's an asshole.
fuck Tammy. He has like this weird fish odor to him. It's like gross. Do you know why he wants my fucking name? Like,
Why
does
would
that give
I
him
know
power?
Why would I know why he wants your name?
Aren't you like his like really close friend?
Yeah, we're really fucking close friends, but like he never needed my name for anything. That's the first fucking time I hear of it. How would I know what he needs a name for? Look, Kazim, I can be telling you guys day in and day out how much Tammy is here to help us, but I know for a fact Silas will never come to terms with that. What you do is completely up to you. In the end, Mystrix did seem to trust him with her death. And I trust Tammy explicitly with my life. Just so you know, why he would want your name, I do not know, Kazim.
Tammy, new offer.
Yes.
in exchange for the scroll, not information on the scroll, but for the scroll and information on the orb, I will give you my full name.
So you will give me your full name, and you want to take the scroll.
I want you to hand me the scroll.
No.
The scroll is not yours to barter with.
I will not. If I can stop it, none of you will touch that scroll.
I know where the scroll is, right? I have a map for it.
Yes.
Have I ever seen Tammy fly?
No?
I'm going to grab my map,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm going to kind of point at it. I'm going to say, this is where it is, right?
You're welcome to go. You by yourself will not make it. But I welcome you to try. It makes my job plenty easy. And he looks over at you, Silas, and goes, your friend will die if he goes by himself, but this one's not on me.
Why the fuck do we want this scroll again? He keeps saying that it'll help Tharizdun, but how?
What if?
If it's the power to create or resurrect the dead, any followers of Tharizdun we kill, it doesn't matter. He can create an army with that. We all can.
Oh,
he can
trust
create
me.
a new body of his own.
He can create so much more with that scroll. That's why.
Then let's go get the
That's
scroll.
why I urge you all: do not touch it. Give it to me, and he cannot have it.
No, fuck you.
Very well. Don't listen to me.
Kazim, I'm willing to leave that scroll where it is, but if we're going after it, I will put my hat in that ring. You're not the only one who benefits from that.
I have nothing to gain from this other than either destroying it or selling it. And if you want to destroy it, then let's go fucking destroy it.
I want to use it.
Why would you want
It can
to use
bring
it?
back the dead if it can create the dead.
Well, allow me to ask you this, Silas. To bring back anyone you possibly want, are you willing to kill your friends?
I'm ignoring Tamil, and I'm just looking at Kazim.
I actually want to hear the answer to that, Silas.
My gods can use that.
What
And
for?
How many orcs have died because of this discrimination against the unorthodox? If Groomish and Ilamet got their hands on that scroll, all those orcs could be brought back.
They wouldn't be how you remember them.
It's some necromancy shit, isn't it?
It is a spell beyond any of your comprehension, and it doesn't do a single thing that it promises.
Walk up to Kazim. As long as they fight, they can be used.
Silas.
Let's go get that scroll, gang.
I'm happy to leave it where it is, Nico. I'm happy to leave it and let it gather dust and rot. But if we're going for that scroll, know that I will fight for it, because that is a power that Groomish can use.
Here's the problem, though. It sounds like somebody else is already on their way to the scroll, if I'm understanding creepy ghost guy correctly. Should we hire some people to help us? Is it worth running in there as just the three of us and risking our lives, or should we get a team?
Well, if any of you are curious, the interesting friend that was sent back to whence he came will be going for it as soon as he returns. Do with that
You know when
information
he'll
as you
be
will.
back?
According to how I perceived him, it's going to be in about 8 more days.
So we have just over a week to get that scroll. We are about a week and a half out of River's Run. So we don't have time to get there. Is that traveling at normal speed or like as fast as possible?
That would be like normal speed would be a week and a half. As fast as possible would be in about a week.
That's still not enough
We
time.
won't have time.
How long would it take us to get to the cave? And are there any towns on the way there?
Based on what direction you'd be going in, you'd be mostly cutting through the woods. You're not too sure if there are any towns there. But if you went as fast as you possibly could through the woods, you could probably get there in like 6-ish days, as fast as you possibly could. If you went normal speed, you'd probably get there in about 8 days. Just because you know that completely south is River's Run, which is as fast as you could in about a week, and the cave that you're going to is kind of more southeast based on where the map is. So if you were to go as the crow flies, it'd be quicker for you to go this way rather than following just the road to it. But it's a lot more dangerous.
If we take the road, it'll take us about 8 days?
If you take the road, it'll take you about 11 days.
Yeesh.
You chose to be the leader, Kazim. It's your responsibility to choose.
That was a joke. That was a joke. Come on.
I've said my piece. We either leave the scroll and take whatever responsibility comes of that, or we go for the scroll and I will fight for Groomish to have it for when we need an orc army.
Well, why exactly would we need an orc army? You heard it yourself, it's not going to be orcs as you know it.
It's because your orcish friend is on the warpath, Nico.
Silas, why would you bring another war into this? We are already
War
at
is
war.
already coming. It will be Tharizdun and Paylor at war with each other because he will return. We've been trying to stop it for days now, and all we're doing is delaying it.
So
To
we're
be
just
fair-
supposed to raise a bunch of dead orcs and whatever other creatures to fight this mystical power of doppelgangers and whatnot. And
Paylor is
another
powerful.
god?
Paylor is powerful during times of peace. Tharizdun is powerful during times of chaos. When Tharizdun is powerful, Paylor will be forced to look for allies. Who do you think will be near the top of the list?
I thought you hated Paylor.
Oh, I hate him. But we're useful to him. We've proven that maybe we can't win this war on our own, but we're damn good at fighting. We're damn good at knowing what the doppelgangers are after. He might not like us, we might hate him, but he knows that if Tharizdun rise, if those anchors are broken, if chaos is allowed to reign, he will need help.
And then what?
And then you can fight Tharizdun with the help of a god.
Well, yes, but if Tharizdun will be dead, you're not gonna stop, are you, Silas?
If the orcs are given the respect they deserve, if all unorthodox are given the respect they deserve, if they are treated fair by Paylor, then my mission is complete.
And if not?
He has no plans on stopping at Tharizdun. Paylor would be next. That's all bloodthirsty orcs want.
If Paylor makes the choice to respect all pantheons, then yes, Nico, I will stop. But you saw those carvings in the caves. You saw the goblins, the kobolds, the dragonborn, the orcs. They were abandoned by the light.
Silas, don't get me wrong. I saw exactly what you saw, and believe me, I share your anger about that. But if Thursday will be gone, and Taylor will be also gone, what's there to stop you from killing any other gods just because they looked at you wrong? Because you are an
Have any other gods done me wrong?
Not yet.
Tharizdun took my clan and everything I know. Paylor has caused suffering for hundreds and thousands of people, not just Orc. One cannot exist without the other. Peace, chaos, they are a balance. If we destroy Tharizdun, Paylor will come back, full power, time of peace, he will have domination. If we destroy Paylor, there will be chaos. Tharizdun has domination. We either need to have both or have neither. Am I wrong, Kazim?
Unfortunately, there's not too much holes in the orc's logic.
Tell us we're not against you in this. Not at all.
You don't understand, Nico. An orc on a warpath. They're against everybody. Do what you want. If you go for the scroll, I will be taking it. And he just kind of evaporates back into your necklace.
He will be taking it? Specifically, Tammy will?
Mhm.
What the fuck? Okay. So, if we go for the scroll, then that asshole gets it. Or Silas gets it. If we don't go for the scroll, a doppelganger and eventually Tharizdun gets it. Our options are either an evil god hell-bent on escaping from a prison that the god of the light was put him in. Fucking whoever Tammy works for, or an undead orc army. Just so we have our options on the table.
I will not be the one using the scroll.
And I understand.
And they will do what they will.
And if they choose to use it, there will be an undead orc army.
One that, if I have understood correctly, I will have command of.
Okay. Here's the predicament. Do we want Tharizdun to escape or not?
I have a personal vendetta against that specific doppelganger.
I mean, if he'll... You know what? If he'll be coming, why don't we just fucking wait for him in that fucking cave? There he'll be. As Tammy said.
Well, it'll
He's
take
going
us...
to want to scroll.
It'll take us a number of days to get there. It'll take that doppelganger less, but still days to get there.
We don't even know where he comes back. We know that he returns to our plane. We don't know where he will pop up. Will he be in Riversborough? Will he be in Peterborough? Will he be on the other side of the globe?
if he ends up on... fuck, I wish Tammy could fucking answer that for us. That would be very helpful, because then I could make a plan off of that.
I would assume a banished creature goes back exactly to the spot they got banished from. I would assume.
We can assume that. But something tells me the gods aren't that nice to us.
Banishment isn't two ways. You sent him there. This time that we've spent was him trying to find a way back. Banishment sent him home.
That's... You're right, actually. It's not like a time limit timeout. He needed to actually look for the way back. Which is why it's taking him so long.
Tammy also said it's going to take him 8 days to escape.
I mean, he might be as well, like, already escaping. It just takes so fucking long.
8 days to return to the material plane.
So we have
But-
8 days to make sure that our plans are in order before we kill that bastard.
Can we actually kill him?
I will do my damnedest to try.
So that's what we're attempting to do. We're going to set up an ambush for the doppelganger and try to kill him.
I think that actually might be our best plan right now.
Okay, so...
Fuck, I wish we could teleport. That'd make everything so much fucking easier.
Well, since we leveled up and I picked up new spells, guys, I can totally not open a teleporter.
Transport via plants? Wish?
No.
Anything?
No, nothing like. Of course not.
Oh, come on, we're already...
I'm just a fucking warlock, bitch. Come on.
We're 6th level. You're telling me we can't change the material plane, but to bend it to our will yet?
Not when you won't level
No,
up
no.
high enough in something specific.
Shh.
But okay, let's say we actually set up an ambush. We do manage to kill the doppelganger. We leaving the scroll behind and like what? Just cave in the fucking place again like last time? Because that fucking paid off. We fucking lost a fucking shortcut because of that.
I did say this, but no one listened to me at the time.
And,
That
you
was
know,
like my entire argument, and y'all were like,
I
"No,
got over eager to help, so you know, like I probably shouldn't have shot at it. Like I just wanted to help Silas. That is my bad.
No, I'm saying this out of character. Like,
Out
I
of
was just
character,
the one
it could have worked.
you're like, I
Character
was
too.
the only one going like, "Hey guys, this is like our main tunnel of access to Rivers Run," and you're like,
But it was like off road, like you know, a corridor off the road, you know, kind of situation.
"Come
To
on,
be
man,
fair,
I said it was the
if-
underpass."
If we can't use it, neither can the doppelganger.
Exactly, right? And we can try to destroy it. I mean, probably
Shit,
not
were
gonna
they-
work.
Were they working on opening it?
What opening? What?
You did mention to them that it was caved in.
Oh, did we?
I don't know. Did you? Because you didn't ask anyone. So
I mean, I didn't mention shit.
They might not actually be working on it.
Silas is gonna like crouch down at the fire pit and start putting it out. We've also got another anchor that's just out there in the world that we don't know where it is.
We've got another 11, don't we?
Well, we've got one specifically that we've had contact with that was stolen from us.
Yeah.
That is just out there. Because we read Brachus's notes that he hired people to take it. And then we found he hired 3 people to take it. Karma, correct me if I'm wrong, but
yes,
according to my notes,
you are correct.
3 people.
he hired 3 people to take it. And when we were going through the underpass, we met 3 dead people. We
So
picked
they
it
did
up.
manage to actually steal it.
We picked it up. We took it to Terran, and it had been it had been swapped. So someone has it.
We've been looking for it for days now.
Exactly, which we're already on the back foot. And as far as I'm aware, the purists don't have it.
Okay.
Maybe the purists would be willing to help us here, because they also hate Tharizdun, right?
I'm waiting for a sign. They said they would send a raven or a sign, some kind of marking or creature to contact me. I assume they're watching my every move.
I mean,
So, we set up an ambush, we killed the doppelganger, and then we tried to locate the other anchors? Or are we going back to River's Run, and then looking for the anchors?
we don't have time to go back to River's Run. They'll get the scroll.
No, but after we, hypothetically kill the doppelganger, or die trying.
If this scroll is the single most important thing that Tharizdun needs in order to bring back his army, to stand a posable threat to the Palor's almighty light, then he is going to spend every available resource to get a hold of it. He will send every doppelganger, he will send every monstrosity, he will send every creature in the astral plane and beyond to get his hands on it, because so long as he gets it, every creature that we kill, he can just bring back.
That also begs the question: why has he not?
That's how it works.
Why hasn't he gone for it yet?
Well, he had like only one doppelganger fucking command, and he's like off in the fucking astral sea or something.
He is. Well, first of all,
trying to reach is unavailable.
It's entirely possible that we get there and the scroll has been taken weeks ago, before we were even a crew. Because, I mean, I imagine Tharizdun didn't start planning immediately as soon as we killed a doppelganger.
Perhaps it's a worst case scenario for everybody. Tharizdun doesn't want to use it, but he tried to break the anchors, he was stopped. Plan B. We're assuming that everything we've been told about this scroll is true and that it's not some kind of fucking monkey's paw.
If I give Tammy my name,
oh my goodness,
we get some serious information, some true information at that, right?
You're still thinking about that?
Would I know the consequences of that?
Roll for nature.
I don't think Kazim would.
He hasn't
19?
exactly what's happening.
You have heard stories of a place called the Feywild, where Fays will make kind of deals and very obscure things like that have unintended consequences all the time.
Yeah, I also know Sylvan, so... Kazim?
Mm-hmm.
The stories that the shamans would say and tell us as children of a land of fairy tales and magical creatures who would barter with names, powers. Giving your name is not just writing it down and handing it over. I cannot tell what would happen to you, but you are giving, as far as I understood from the stories, a reasonable fraction of your soul, your identity, who you are.
That's not worth information on one scroll. And even if we go for it, even if we win, we defeat all the doppelgangers, whatever Tharizdun has planned there, we still don't win, because then we have to deal with Tammy.
Exactly.
Why do you have to deal with Tammy? Tammy is here to fucking help us, goddammit.
No, Tammy's here to help himself, and I think somehow you're a part of that. I don't think Tammy cares about Silas or me. In fact, he said as much recently.
See, I wonder why, if he's being threatened and fucking name-called and attacked on sight, You know, I wonder why he doesn't necessarily have very warm feeling towards you guys.
He said
really
himself,
wonder.
we cannot trust him.
He said
You
the only
want us-
person that should trust him is you, and that scares me.
You're asking us to trust someone who is telling us not to trust them, Nico. You understand how backwards that is. I'm sure that you will be safe. And I have no doubt in my faith, my belief in anything, that no matter what happens, Tammy will make sure that you are safe 100% of the time, no matter what, whilst the rest of us crash, burn, and die around you.
Kazim has an idea.
No, okay. Oh my god, Kazim, what is it? I'm not playing bait. I don't fucking care what you're trying to come up with.
No, I was just gonna threaten your life instead of his.
Oh, would you try to go? Would you try? Would you like
okay.
to try and kill me, Kazim?
I don't think-
I can guarantee you, I'm not a fighter, but I will fucking obliterate
I
you.
thought. Whatever. I can't kill Tammy. I know that. I can kill you. With reason, okay, with like 50% confidence in that statement, I could probably kill you.
Keep in mind that you have seen Nico go down and then stand back fucking up, so...
I mean...
Kazim, if
I
you'd like
don't
to
want
try
to
to
do
kill
anything
me,
dumb. I don't want to do anything
like
dumb.
Try to kill me.
No,
I'm not
we'll
going
send
to
it, bro.
just stand and take it.
Fucking do it, 100%. I'm fucking here for it.
Play the true Kazim.
What would Kazim do?
You know what, Nico? I think I'm blowing this out of the water. Here, as a sign of good faith, would you shake my hand?
I am dumb enough to do that.
You want me to roll deception?
Roll for insight. Go ahead, Nico. Roll for insight, and yeah, you can roll for deception.
Oh.
Damn it. She's going to fucking like inflict wounds on me. I fucking no, that's a fucking natural 20, bitch.
Oh, what did you get?
I have a dirty 24.
Uh-oh.
I mean, even my natural 20 would never beat any of theirs fucking deception. I'm gonna +1
So
to my fucking
like
wisdom.
I said, that 20 does not always mean that you win on things like
Exactly.
this. So yeah, you are dumb enough to believe this.
God.
Come on, son, won't you shake a poor sinner's hand?
God damn it.
You do have, I will say, with your natural 20, you do have the sense that something's up.
You know
Just
what?
holding my dagger.
I will do that. I will do that on one condition.
What's that?
That I can prepare a spell, and it is not going to be fucking, you know, Eldritch Blast or whatever.
You would have disadvantage because we're at close range.
Exactly. Under one condition, I will shake it, and that is
Are we-
that I prepare a spell.
Are we gonna inflict wounds on each other?
Oh, no, I can't do that.
There's gonna be a
I
third
can't
level
do that.
fucking grasp or some shit.
I can't do that. I can't
Why?
inflict wounds.
Okay, I want to apologize for taking up so much of this. I want to attempt to kill Nico to gain the idea of what's actually going on. I'm using Nico as a hostage. I'm just talking this out to give everybody some perspective on what's happening, including myself. I am attempting to murder Nico here so that I can genuinely barter with Nico's life to get Tammy to give me information on this scroll.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Bitch!
I have that right. Right?
TPK.
Bestie.
Nobody.
You're
nobody's
more
talked
than
me
welcome
down
to do
from
it.
this.
You're more than welcome to do it. Go for it.
Nobody's talking me down here, and that's what's scaring me.
The cat's not there to talk you down.
And Silas does not give two shits. Because
And I want to see what the fuck is gonna happen.
Okay.
As has been established
Nico.
before, when there is infighting, Silas's belief is fight it out because you'll just get the emotion out and then we can move the fuck on.
What spell are you preparing?
Oh, should I tell you?
You said you were going to prepare a spell.
No, well, I guess you could if you want to.
You don't have to tell me. Are you ready for this?
Oh, bitch, I am so ready.
As soon as I get the connection with the hand, I'm gonna look over your shoulder, be like, what is that? You see that?
Fucking God. You literally tried to pull it off on Tammy.
So I will say that she doesn't have to roll for that because she did witness you try that exact same thing with Tammy. So yeah, you can't do it to two different people right next to each other.
On my face.
That's like me walking up to someone and be like, "Hey man, how's it going?" and then slapping them in the face, and then walking to the person right next to them and be like, "Hey man, how's it going?"
You know what, Kazim? With a smile on my face, I'm going to shake your hand.
I think I don't understand how the bonus attack works.
What do you mean?
If I use inflict wounds as my action, can I still attack as my bonus action, or is that only if I attack as an action?
Two-weapon fighting.
If it's two-weapon fighting, then yes, you could do a bonus action spell as well. I will say,
Cool.
if that's how we're gonna do it, though, you both need to roll for initiative.
I'm also gonna roll initiative. Can I choose to be the last?
Yes, you can choose to be last.
Cool.
Can I choose to be first?
This is not how I expected this to go on, so roll for initiative.
Can I roll ghost initiative?
Can you roll what?
Ghost initiative?
Yes, you can roll ghost initiative.
This is how Dara introduces her new character. They just come out of the fucking woods, just like, what the fuck is this shit?
If I had a new
21
character,
initiative.
I would totally do that.
Did you say 21?
21.
Yeah, I rolled a 4.
Okay, so, Dragon, you can go ahead and double everything since what you sent me.
I already did. It's 36 points. It's technically 30 points of necrotic damage and 6 of thunder.
Uh-huh.
As soon as you grab Nico's hand, you see that kind of bony hand coming out of his arm as the bony, rotting fingers go across, cover your entire hand, and you just see your flesh begin to rot off of your body, and the feathers begin to fall down as it's being sucked in to this hand right there. And you look up at Nico, and you're seeing these black eyes as he's got his small smile and goes, "Your turn."
And I heal for half that, just so you know.
How much damage did you just say?
36.
30 necrotic and 6 thunder.
What do I hear in the
Alright.
background? Da,
Is it-
da, 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 da.
Is it my turn?
Yeah.
Or... That's a nat 6 on my death saving throw.
So, you, all of a sudden, Silas, you were seeing that he goes in for that handshake, and Kazim just all of a sudden begins rotting away as Nico just lets go of his hand, and Kazim just drops to the ground as...
Wait, to clarify, necrotic damage killing you does not mean full
No,
lethal,
it is just a
right?
type of
Cool.
damage.
No,
It is just a type of
yeah.
damage. That's a
We
Pathfinder thing.
clarified that it's not Pathfinder, yeah.
Yeah, Pathfinder, it instantly
Oh.
kills you, and this it's just a type of damage.
Yeah.
So you were in death saving throws. You're not dead. I'm not killing 2 people in one episode.
Come on!
But you see that Silas, you see that hand begin to come back into Nico's normal hand as he begins to kind of almost seems to get consciousness again as he looks down. As Nico, you remember, you kind of black out for a second because you remember casting the spell, but anything after that, you just kind of come to it as Kazim's on the ground. And you feel perfectly fine. You feel better than you felt. Nothing happened to you.
Kazim? And then I kind of like lightly tap it with my foot.
Should I roll another death saving throw?
Right then.
Yeah, Silas, what you doing?
Okay, bonus action, spare the dying from 30 feet away on Kazim. That will bring him to stabilize,
Okay.
but still unconscious.
Yes.
That's my action. Sorry, bonus action, I'd like to rage.
Shit.
Oh, now he's trying to kill me.
Roll for
Do you want-
Constitution.
Nat 20 on the Constitution saving
All right,
throw.
you're perfectly
I'm
fine.
gonna stay 30 feet away, but in case anyone gets any bright ideas, fucking try me.
You can feel the rage coming from Silas as he's looking at you, and he has his kind of glaive at the ready behind him, and in his other hand, you see the Stormbringer axe as he's just kind of staring at you, white-knuckling. He's not attacking you or anything, but he's...
What are you getting your leg before?
I'm almost like arms outstretched, as if to say, if we're gonna do this, if we're gonna get our differences out, we do it now. And
What are
the same way I did for Mystrix and Kazim in the tavern bedroom. I'm basically saying, if you've got a problem with me, now is the fucking time to deal with it. Otherwise, I don't give a shit. Just like all in my eyes, it's like, if you've got a problem with me, we do this fair. We do this now. Because
I don't have a fucking problem with you. Not everyone
So,
is out here to fucking kill
I'm
you
not-
or like
I'm not
avenge you,
saying that.
Silas.
I'm not saying that. I'm just kind of being like.
So the way
if we-
he's standing
if we do-
there, you can tell that he's just like, if you've got a problem, do it now. He's not saying anything, but he's definitely standing there at the ready, but he doesn't have any like... He doesn't look like he's wanting to attack you. It looks like he's just kind of like, oh, fuck, let's get this over with. If you got a problem, do it now kind of thing. So you can tell that he's not going to attack you, but he's also not scared of you, if that makes sense.
He's got no fucking reason to
Attack him.
Damn it.
I've got several reasons to be afraid.
So
of you.
Nico,
Fuck off.
it's your turn.
Oh,
Any
it's my
chance?
turn.
Was that a critical hit on me, by the way?
It sure was.
Oh yeah, it was.
I unattuned to my guardian emblem thinking, oh, this won't be a problem.
That was your most useful thing, bro.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Well, I had to attune to my 2 daggers. Because the daggers, they do require
They
attunement,
sure
right?
do.
Yeah, so I attuned from my Ring of Protect Thoughts and my Guardian Emblem, so I could still use my cloak.
God.
All right, so
You
Nico.
have so many magical items at this point. Oh my god, and Nico is going just like... He's going to side, and he's going to kneel next to Kazim. And I can't believe I'm fucking wasting this on you, but I'm going to like healing hands this bitch. For... how much? 8 points of healing.
Kazim, as you are laying there, drifting into nothingness, as you feel peace, all of a sudden you're ripped back to reality. As you're on the ground face down, and the last thing you remember was just touching Nico, and then just gone. It was instantaneous.
Okay, I want to get a couple of licks in. This is...
What were you trying to do, Kazim? You can't fight me, but like I'm not gonna just take it.
I know, but like, imagine.
Imagine that you manage to down me. Do you know what happens?
You just pick back up.
No Tammy comes in here to fuck you over. V comes in here, takes over my body, and fucks you up. That's what happens.
Do you say that
I
out
wouldn't
loud?
be able. Yes, you have to fucking say this towards you. I'm fucking looking straight at you, Kazim.
I'm going to invoke duplicity
Oh my god.
to the immediate left of me.
Okay.
And then as a bonus action, I'm going to attack with Terran's dagger.
Oh my god.
because my duplicity is out, I get advantage on them.
You sure
and it's
do.
within
That is
5 feet of a creature
that is
I'm attacking.
flanking. Yes.
Does an 18 hit?
Yes.
Bitch, my armor class is 14. And you
And
said-
before,
Up top.
and before you ask,
Yeah, up top.
yes, that is sneak attack.
Yes.
How much is my sneak attack right now?
I don't know. You tell me.
I am talking aloud because I am crazy. 2d6. Cool. So 3 radiant, 3 piercing, and then sneak attack is another 10. So 16 total.
So all of a sudden, Kazim kind of like comes up for a second and looks up at you with like kind of wide eyes as he just kind of drifts off his hand, and you're seeing another version of him kind of coming from the tips as it's starting to sneak around you. And as you're kind of watching the duplicate kind of go past you, you look back down and Kazim just kind of jabs you in the shoulder with a dagger.
Wow.
I don't add the +4 to this, right? The ability modifier, because it's a bonus attack?
No, because it's a bonus attack. No, you don't.
Cool. Then yeah, just the 16.
Okay. I need to roll a constitution, right? For my concentration. Because
Yes.
vampiric touch is concentration.
Yes.
That is another fucking natural 20.
Yep, you are still holding. You still have a hard grip on his hand.
I'm gonna just, once again, vampiric touch.
Hold on. It's Silas's turn.
Oh, it's Silas's. Okay. I thought he was out of the fight.
Oh, really disappointing. Okay. Alright. I'm first gonna go for Kazim.
Okay.
That's in that 20.
Holy shit.
Oh, fuck.
Hold on.
Die to each other.
Hold on. Disadvantage on the attack because my guy is next to me?
Well, what are you using there?
I'm using the axe. The
Oh yeah.
magic
No, he doesn't get disadvantage on that.
Bring your
Sorry.
axe.
He doesn't get disadvantage.
Okay, right.
Mainly
Do I
because
double
Nico
everything,
is
or-
fucking touching you. It's pretty easy to tell which one's the real one when the other person is quite literally holding on to you.
Nico's still touching me?
Yes, because he still has concentration. He still has your hand in his hand. So,
Right,
okay, that's a
notice
20.
that.
Go ahead
Do I
and double everything, please.
Double every... Right, okay, Daya. I
Yeah.
need my lawyer here. Do I go all out?
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, you go on that. Here.
Fuck.
If you
No,
go below
I'm
your
gonna
fucking max
say-
hit points, you're out.
He's only got to roll like
Bestie,
41 damage. If he rolls 41, I don't. Like,
for the love of God,
He did that.
does he have
they're
brutal
gonna kill
critical?
each other.
You know what?
I don't have
Not my fault.
Critical regardless. Oh my god.
Daya, do I go all out?
Go all
Don't
out.
kill them. Don't kill them.
I'm telling you right now, Silas, go all out.
I just a yes or a no.
Fuck it. Yes.
Okay.
This shit is how Kazim deserves to die.
Oh my god.
Hold
Oh,
on.
fuck.
I need a notepad. Hold up. That plus
Karma, please.
that
I love this game so much.
I love this game too. It's my
Well,
fucking pinnacle of my week. I'm waiting for
That-
this.
Please, bestie.
plus
Oh.
and I'm using a charge of the axe as well. Plus that plus
I'm just gonna.
Oh my
I'm
god.
glad this is where the episode went.
so
Are you Karma? No. I wanted to meet V. I thought that might be interesting. Can't
Oh,
answer a couple more
Can I just say that the anniversary of 11 months subscribing to my bestie is the mark of so much fucking
What?
destruction?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess we're losing 2 characters now.
Or 4. Depending on
Maybe
how
he's
this
right.
goes.
So next
Hold on,
next
hold on,
episode, it's
hold
just a
on.
whole different roster of characters.
I'm almost done. Hold on.
Oh my god, he's still rolling.
Is the number higher than 40, Silas?
I don't know yet. I'm adding them
If
up.
it's higher than 41, this is gonna go real bad.
If it's higher than
Yeah.
41, I'm already dead.
Yeah, 41 is where you're dead.
It's not 41. It's only
Oh, it's-
37.
Oh my god.
4 hit points away from dead.
So
I
as
was
soon
about to fucking
as
go
soon
through it.
as you
I really should have kept that guardian emblem. I really should
as
have.
soon as you kind of go to stab Nico and blood's dripping out, and you kind of all of a sudden you feel this huge just kind of as you look down, and there's this huge golden black axe in your fucking shoulder, bleeding. And as you kind of look at it, you kind of look up and you see Silas with anger and hatred in his eyes, and you just black out again.
My duplicate has lost concentration, by the way. I don't...
You're unconscious, of
Yeah,
course
I'm
you did.
unconscious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So my
Okay,
duplicate's...
and then- I'm not done yet.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Extra, it's extra attack.
Okay.
He's gonna hit me.
Nico, I need to do some math here. Does 15 hits you? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, 15 does hit me.
Okay. So you take. Oh god, where is it? Oh fuck, it's plus. Oh fuck. Okay, so you take 8 slashing,
Mm-hmm.
and then bonus action 2 weapon fighting.
Wait, that was one action?
Yeah. He gets 2
and then
attacks
one-
per action.
Yeah. So I have
Oh.
extra attack, and then I've got bonus action. That was cocked. That's a 19, so that hits you.
I mean, yeah.
So you take an additional 7 piercing damage. I don't think that dagger has any bonuses on it. And yeah, that's my turn.
It's crazy. I just put my
Okay.
fucking proficiency bonus and expertise into sleight of hand. That's what my feat was.
Well, I just need to roll above.
Oh
What
wait,
is it? A
I was
10?
wrong. I was wrong.
Okay,
Sorry,
sure.
that was a 9 because I didn't get the +2 from rage on that dagger attack. So it's 9 piercing. So sorry.
And for your
So how much am I
concentration,
supposed to get back?
you're supposed to. Let's see. What was the total damage you did to?
I rolled a
Total-
13 and a 16.
Yeah, you're fine.
Total damage was, I think, 8 from the axe attack and 9 from the dagger. So it depends on whether you want to put them both together or just take
No.
one.
You're either way, you'd be fine.
So how much hit points am I supposed to get back, CJ? Because you miscalculated something there.
So I
No,
said
you take an
7
extra point of damage.
An extra
Yeah,
point
so
of damage. Okay.
So I said you take 7 when you should have taken 9. So you should have taken 8.
Okay.
You should have
I
taken
gotcha.
8 slashing from the axe and 9 piercing from the dagger.
Okay. I get you.
So sorry, I
And that's
completely
it?
That's the end of my turn.
Okay. Well,
Nico.
I'm going to bonus action. I want to flee out of this situation as badly as fucking possible. So I'm going to use my brand new thingy, my elemental gift. And for action, I'm going to disengage,
Okay.
and I'm going to fly away, guys, 30 feet.
Fly?
Straight up. Yeah, I'm gonna start flying, bitches. So
You got wings? The fuck?
No, I don't. It's elemental gift of flight. As a bonus action, you can give yourself a flying speed of 30 feet that lasts for 10 minutes, during which you can hover. So if you knock me prone, bitch, I'm still up there. Yeah.
So
And
in front of you guys, all of a sudden, you see Nico kind of back up a little bit, and Silas, you hear him, you see this blue light flash in his eyes, and you start hearing this kind of cracking noise as all of a sudden these grotesque skeletal wings kind of come out from his back of just these bony, it looks like two spines protruding from his back as these large bony kind of figures down, and all of a sudden you're seeing this blue smoke kind of go up and filling out the wings into these beautiful blue shimmering ethereal kind of feathers as he just kind of flaps up and tries to get further away up in the sky.
Could I
And
say
that-
one thing? And I'm not gonna vocally say, but I'm gonna direct this at Tamil.
Okay.
I'm not gonna say it's directed at Tamil, but I'm hoping they're gonna pick it up. I need these two to get it out of their system. For once, this isn't between us.
Okay. So you say it, and you don't really notice anything, but I'm gonna message. What else would you like to do with your turn, Nico?
I have very beautiful flying movement. I did action, bonus action. God, that's about it. Yep, that's about it.
Okay. Kazim, roll for death saving.
Natural 20, get back up with 1 hit point. Come on, let's go.
I will knock him back down.
If
All
I
right,
want
that's
to
my
give
turn.
someone advent. Oh,
What'd you get?
Don't tell me natural 1. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh no.
So that's 2 negatives.
Yeah, I got that.
But you already rolled 1 negative, didn't you?
No.
Oh, no, that
No,
was
but
the
he got-
first
he got
one,
bumped.
then you
They
got-
reset when you stand up.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I spared
Which-
the dine on.
You're sparing the dying on me now?
No, we'll see.
Silas, it's your turn. What are you gonna do?
Don't worry, my next roll will be a natural 20, I'm sure of it.
Well, here's the thing, right? I can deal with Nico now, and I just need you to get 1 success so I can pick you both up.
I can get a success. It's like a 50-50 shot. Well, actually, it's a 55-45 shot that I do it right.
Yeah, but you just got a nat 1. If you got anything but a nat 1, this decision would be easy. But you got a nat 1.
You don't know that I got a nat 1. Just saying.
You made it clear to me as a player. I'm like, what do I do?
I
in this
will.
game?
I will say that Kazim has stopped breathing. So
Okay.
I will say you're fairly
fuck
alarmed
it.
that it's pretty dangerous. But actually, you know what? Passive insight, you wouldn't notice.
Well,
There
here's
you
the
go.
thing, right? I've just realised he shouldn't have got up in the first place. I stabilised him, but he was still unconscious.
No,
Nico-
you
Nico healed him.
stabilized and Nico
I
healed.
healed him.
Oh, right. So this is Nico's fault. I
Yep.
could have just dealt with this situation. Okay, I'll spare the dying on Kazim.
Oh, that's
And
so
then-
sweet of you.
Bonus action to weapon fighting, throwing a dagger at Nico.
Okay.
I'll be right back.
Oh wait, no, this is light. No, fuck it. 2 weapon fighting, bonus action, throwing the holy axe because it's light. So does a 14 hit?
Yes, it does.
Oh, it just hits. God damn it.
Okay. Karma. It says like on an action you can expend a charge. Can I expend a charge on a bonus action?
Yes, you can.
Alright, I'm not gonna, but that's good to know because I already used 1. You take 5 slashing damage.
Okay.
And that ends my turn.
So
Okay.
all of a sudden.
Wait.
Oh, okay.
Wait.
Okay.
Yeah. God damn it. That hurts. Like a mother trucker, just so you know. Is it Kazim's turn?
No, it
No,
is
it's
your turn.
Oh, it's my turn. Okay, I would like another 30 feet up.
Okay.
And you know, for a bonus action, gonna use my shroud, of course,
Okay.
to just have extra damage because I fucking need it. And then I'm going to just. Why is Silas even attacking me? God damn it! Fucking hell!
Because Kazim kept the fight going, so I'm gonna fucking end it. That's why. You want me to be the party dad? Well, you two need fucking discipline.
What the bitch?
This is true though.
Like,
It's real, real true.
that's why I didn't attack you, but Kazim kept going, and I knew that, like, if I'm going to take him down, I need to be fair and take you down too, because I ain't having this favoritism bullshit anymore. You picked the worst
Bitch,
day.
you didn't favoritize me. Come on, let's be fucking honest about that. God damn it!
I made your present into my arcane focus. I bought your stepsister a fucking present. I gave her family all the gold I'd earned.
God damn it!
Honestly, I've shown the least love to, because all I've done is intimidate him.
Fuck this. I'm gonna fuck. You know what? Let's go big. Why not? We can. Oh my god, that would be too messed up. I can't do that. I can't just Crown of Madness you. That would be too cruel to Kazim. He'll be dead now.
He's not dead. He's stable.
No,
if I use
If she uses Crown of Madness,
would.
you will kill Kazim. That's not a maybe. You will. Even though Josh is falling asleep over there.
I'm gonna turn invisible.
Okay.
And that's my turn.
Okay. Joe.
I'm invisible and flying away because I'm not gonna be in the same spot that he saw me before I turned invisible because fuck this. I'm not stupid.
Okay. So.
Of course.
Kazim, you get to do nothing because you're unconscious.
Yay.
But you're stable, so at least there's that. Silas, what would you like
Double
to do?
yay.
So I have disadvantage on Nico anyway because he's over 30 feet away.
Yes.
So I have disadvantage attacking him because he's invisible, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's disadvantage either way. It doesn't really matter to me. That's the lowest one's is 17.
Oh, I should have just hit you, goddammit.
You think so? I don't know why you're not. Okay, so this is with the javelin.
I thought invisible just makes me kind of fucking, invisible. God damn it.
Well,
that implies
as far as I'm aware, it's like attacking someone while you're blinded. You get disadvantage.
I suppose.
Which
Unless Karma
seems
wants to rule
insane.
I mean, if Karma wants to rule this differently, by all means.
Nope.
That is.
So you take.
Buddy. I'm on 1 hit point, buddy.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. You automatic. So, unless you're somehow going to do, what is it, 33? That's your max?
Oh.
My max is 39.
So unless you do 40 points of damage, I doubt it.
I can't do that in a single attack unless I use extra attack.
It's up to you.
So,
do you want to? Because as soon as you do your first...
No.
Okay, so your first attack...
I think it's because the thing is, like with Kazim's one, I was going all out on that first hit. So...
Are you, are you throwing a javelin?
I'm throwing a javelin with Divine Fury as well.
So, all of a sudden, you see
Wait.
this javelin glowing at its tip as he rockets towards you, Nico. He seems to be able to see through your disguise. As it hit, you hit it, and you begin falling. And Silas, you see Nico begin falling to the ground, and the feathers begin to fly off of his feathers as soon as he hits, and you begin walking towards it a little bit, but as soon as the clouds, the dust settles, you see Nico standing there, and he's walking towards you.
I'm gonna hold my extra attack.
Okay. So,
I'm just gonna stand.
So Nico, please roll a death saving throw for me.
That is a... Do I add anything? I don't know what... It was 14.
I don't think so. I think
No, 14, you're fine. So you see him just calmly walking up, and you're noticing the blue smoke coming from underneath him. His feet and hands have gone completely blue, and you're seeing these blue electricity. There is no anger or hate in his, but it's a very blank face as he walks up to you, Silas, and he very calmly says, I told you if anyone was to hurt Nico, I'd kill them. And he just touches your chest. Please take 71 points of force damage.
I'm on 1 HP.
As you...
I'm gonna use relentless endurance. Once per long rest, when you're reduced to 0 HP but not killed outright, you can drop to 1 HP instead.
Yeah, as soon as he touches your chest, you start feeling your skin begin to kind of burn up and ashen away. And it seems to be just kind of... It's the most excruciating pain you've ever gone through in your entire life, and it rocks you all the way through your core. It feels like there is just this large gaping hole boring through the center of you as you look down and you're seeing different parts of blue, and it's not, the craziest thing is it's not like energetic. It seems like you're almost smoldering as it's starting to crawl over, and you look over on your shoulder and you're seeing bits of skin begin to flake off. But with your relentless endurance, you're able to still manage to stay conscious as he looks down at you and goes, not many have survived that.
Is it my turn?
You see him kind of sit there and goes, I'll allow you to live this one time. It's now your turn.
I will use half my movement to get up.
Mm.
And are they still Nico's height? So I'm kind of like...
It's still Nico, but you can tell that it's obviously not him driving right now.
Yeah, no, for sure. Yeah, as long as I know the height difference. I'll lean down to him. I am banished from death. And he is not dead yet. And I cast Spare the Dying.
Okay. So he's stable.
So Nico would now be stable.
But he's not conscious.
He's not conscious, but he is stable.
Okay.
Then I'm simply going to sort of look at him. Ooh. That's an interesting thing I might do. If he's still here next time. I'm just gonna look at him. I'm banished from death. And I've not killed Nico. We both serve a purpose. You will outlive me. But I have many lives to give. And I gouge out my eye.
Oof!
Wait, you do what now?
I take the dagger of the purist and I gouge out my eye.
What did you do? Oh my god.
Okay.
What the fuck?
I serve Groomish one eye.
So... Fuck. So,
Oh my
are you
god.
trying to cause a lingering injury?
I'm not trying to cut my eye out, but I'm stabbing to show almost an intimidation to be like something that I can heal over time. but to sort of show I am willing to go to any length to do what I believe is right.
Bitch, aren't you
And to sort of show,
point?
and it's kind of to show to Groomish that I have not faltered. I know where my loyalties lie.
And you see him just kind of standing there. Is that your turn?
Yeah, because that would be my bonus action.
Okay.
You had 1 hit point. The fuck?
You see him standing there and goes, "Banished from death. I'd like to find out sometime. But for now, you're in my way." And he just taps your forehead and... Hold on, give me 1 second here.
Oh.
Don't kill them all off, bestie. We need them.
Oh my god.
I mean, yeah, I'll just be resurrected in season 2. It's fine.
Oh god, is this the end of a season? Fuck.
So I need you to make a Constitution or a Wisdom saving throw with disadvantage.
Disadvantage. Okay, that's a
Talk about
dirty
going
20.
out with a bang.
That's a 16.
You are now paralyzed.
Cool.
As he just kind of walks past you with a small smirk on his face, and he just kind of waves his hand over Kazim. And Kazim, you've come back up to 10 hit points. And you
I
see
didn't
him.
know Daddy V can heal.
You see him walk back over to, back towards the carriage, as he goes to sit on the back of it. And Nico, you heal for 12 hit points. And you have 2 points of exhaustion.
Welcome back, Nico. It's been a while.
Gee, thank you, Silas. God damn it. Thank you, Kazim. Thank you, Silas.
Look, the way I see it, I let you two have your bout. Nico won. Because he tried to do some sneaky shit. So then I... Because
Why did you have to put me too?
No. Because I can't... it has to be fair. Because if I
He
just...
hit me. How is that fair? I healed him. He hit me. How was that fair for you to go after my ass?
I went for him first.
He did knock me the fuck down. There was like...
Why would you fucking...
That was aggressive as shit.
I mean, if you want to
Why
Why would you get involved?
Because if he went down, he would have healed him, and he would have just done it again.
So,
And
Silas.
I would have just kept sucking the life out of him.
So,
Until he died again.
You kind of stand up. Nico's not near you anymore, and you just see Silas just kind of standing there with blood gushing out of his eye, but he's not moving at all.
Do I see Nico?
You see Nico walking back to the carriage. Well, you see Nico's body. You're not 100% sure if that is Nico, because he walks very differently and has a very different demeanor than Nico.
Kazim, don't try. Don't you fucking try. Oh my god.
How many hit points did you say I have?
10.
10?
10. May I remind you that he somehow did 71 points of damage to Silas?
Nothing. That's a metagaming karma.
Alright, fine.
Oh my
Fucking-
god.
y'all, I guess we're not allowed to have just one person die. Everyone's gotta fucking die for some goddamn reason. Okay.
No, that's...
Just
Let
let
me-
you
let
know,
me think
I
you
will,
wanna
if one
go?
of you do hit double your max HP, I'm not fucking saving anyone. If you die, I'm gonna let you die.
Clear, very clear, yeah.
I mean, after all the saving that's been happening, just this little bit, like, it's just... Come on, guys. Remember the notes. Come on.
Let me figure out what...
I'm not read it.
What would
Not
Kazim-
you. Angry dad doesn't read notes.
Nico, high or low?
Hi, you know what?
No, I'm gonna lowball you. Let's go low.
I tried to settle this argument.
I
Exactly what I foresaw, which is why I got involved.
I rolled a 49.
Hmm?
Kazim's running.
What? Running?
Kazim's
At
gonna.
me?
No. He's gonna wings out. Ditch. He's gone.
He's, for fuck's sake.
Oh my god!
Double dash.
What the fuck is wrong with this session today?
Oh, for fuck's sake.
What?
Okay.
I just found out Nico can beat Silas, and
Silas, you can't do anything because you're paralyzed. So sorry about that. Last for a
No,
minute.
I'm all good with it.
So, Nico, as you get to the cart, I'm gonna say with him leaving, we can skip ahead the full minute and see if Silas comes down and fucking attacks you.
I mean, yeah, we're skipping. Oh my
Okay.
god.
You sit down, you look up and you see Kazim flying away, and sit down for a moment to try and catch your breath. And Silas, your paralyzed is now loosened. Kazim is fucking gone.
It depends for me. Is it Nico or is it V?
You can't see anybody around. You saw V walk down to, or Tammy walk down to the carriage, and you just turn around and Kazim is gone. So you don't know if it's still Tammy or if it's Nico.
Okay. I'm gonna pack up camp.
Okay.
I'm just gonna pack up and get it all on the carriage, and whilst I'm getting it on the carriage, I'm gonna see who it is.
Okay. As you, Nico, you're sitting there trying to catch your breath and looking down at your hands, seeing the blood and some more of those kind of blue char marks on your skin, kind of not nearly as much as that first time, but they are definitely kind of popping up all over. And you see Silas coming around the corner. And Silas, you look over and you do see, the burn marks on his arms, and you look at his eyes and you see that that's definitely Nico sitting there.
Alright, cool. So I'm just gonna start putting everything in the cart.
What's that for? I had no issue with you. Did you have an issue with me? Why didn't you fucking just tell me? Silas.
I had to break it up.
Break it up. Oh my god. I thought you were going to fucking actually kill me, Silas.
You saw me keep Kazim from dying. Now I know what you're capable of, and I know what Kazim's capable of.
While our group has decided that their petty squabbles have resulted in quite an interesting fight, Kazim has taken off to venture forth on his own, whatever he may be going. I have no fucking idea, because that was a shock to me. And as you two discuss trying to figure out where to move forward next, perhaps to go find your friend, perhaps back to the scroll, but we'll have to find out next week, because I think that's what we're going to call it here.
Well, not next week, because we are...
Right. We
Unfortunately.
are skipping next week. We might be back on the 19th, or if not, the week after. But yeah, for Valentine's Day, I'm taking next Sunday off. So they might be planning a one-shot. Not 100% sure, but just in case. Hope you guys...
We'll post it in the Discord.
Yeah.
By the way, type !Discord to get access to the Discord
Yeah,
server.
go check out the Discord if you want to get updates on if they're doing one-shots or whatnot, and where to go find those. But that was an interesting episode. I want to say thank you guys for coming to watch. Thank you guys for coming to play with me. I'm going to take one more shot for that. Weird episode. I loved that. So cheers, you guys.
So, if you guys missed the beginning of this episode, or you're just now catching it, check out Spotify and YouTube for the previous episodes and all the fun goodies that happened there. Also, check out Karma on TikTok, because he's a nerd and it's funny.
I am 100% a nerd, so thank you.
Do you post notifications on Twitter, Karma? Anything like
yeah,
that?
I post. I try. Actually, no, I don't. I don't post on Twitter like ever. I post when I have everything uploaded because I'm terrible at social media, which is why they always have to fucking remind me.
Woo woo.
Anyway, guys, thank you all very much for being here. Thank you guys for much for watching. I'm going to be posting that song for Mystrix on the Spotify here in a little while. But for now, I'm going to have us listen to it one more time on the way out. I love you guys. Have a fantastic night. Who wants to do it this week? Actually, Miss Dyer, you died. Go for it.
Alright guys, remember, we are all amazing, and you are part of the quilt. I love you guys. Bye!
I've an absence where one would store memories of the past. Till I met you, family's not something that I had. Bittersweet, the last song I sing, an ode to the constant fights with Kazim, and the deep trust I found in Silus, and how with Nico I fell in love. So I will do my best, even in death, to keep you safe and protected. I hope you can see I'll be at peace, watching over you, my family. Dysfunctional as we may have been, you were truly my most loved kin. And if it ends up that I've got 9 lives, I hope I find you in the next one again. But for now, goodbye.